did it! Yay! Hello, my name is Ken. I'm your DM for this evening, and we've got fancy new overlays. Crazy.
Ooh, what is that?
We have fancy new overlays. Podcast listeners, don't worry about it. I am echoing in somebody, and I will flip a hand. So thank you so much. We are here today to. I'm actually echoing. If I find out who it is, I'm echoing on Busy. That is bad news bears. Why am I echoing on you, Sir Busy?
I don't know.
We shall push through. We shall persevere. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are here to play the Wandering Isles. We missed last week's session due to some emergency shutdown time. We needed sleep. We decided we'd feed Rory just once, and he just went to a food coma. It was disastrous. Never happen again.
Can't believe how quick he inhaled it, though. That was wild. Like a whole pepper.
Super insane.
Super insane. Hell yeah, perfect. Okay, so we have a really nice message in chat. I'm gonna read this message because it's really nice. I think Gunth 18S, thank you so much. The hills whisper in October when mist drifts slowly through the valleys, and oaks wear their golden silence. The hill unveils its breathless doors for those who believe in the wonders. Far off footsteps echo faintly. Fae dance in the twilight of the hours. The realm of men drifts deep in dream, yet their souls are gently found. Whoever stills their breath this night may hear the whisper of ancient times. Nothing is lost, only transformed, as worlds meet softly in dusk. That was lovely. Thank you so much. That's really nice. Thank you. That is my uncle. So give him some love in chat. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much. Danke.
Ian, did you say Unk?
Yeah, I did.
Get him, Kyle. Just go in swinging, man.
You know, can't keep defending you like this.
You can't keep getting away with this.
Yes, I can.
The perfect segue. Kyle, it's actually you are on recap today. So please, my friend.
The recap is we did things. So the party explored Azazaki, where Eldrin visited Tempest's shrine, and Eos shared stories at her bookshop home. They encountered a blind fisherman named Weslyn on the shoreline. Eldrin secretly healed his blindness using divine magic under the guise of it being ointment, telling him not to remove the blindfold for 24 hours to try and ensure some form of secrecy, which unfortunately was not successful due to Dash giving him Eldrin's full name and postal code and PPS number. The duo then moved to Eos, who had been on a quick ride with Ducky to reconnect and relax. From there, then they went to the undercroft of the bookshop, where they uncovered some important maps showing locations like Jongvale, Gomgalore, Redzes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Redzes.
Oh yeah, nailed it.
And much more. Dash also noted during this time that the tunnels that were also there resembled old, unused smuggler routes, which may be of some use in the future, to be seen. After leaving some offerings at the forest edge nearby, they entered the woods and found some devastation. A radiant celestial fox, Weslyn's companion, Chicken, who had transformed into a divine being, only allowing Eldrin to look directly at. The rest of the party could not see and also could not touch Chicken. During this time, Eldrin embraced Chicken. Golden tears streamed down his face. Dash was burned. He was the only one at the time injured due to trying to touch. However, Weslyn tried to connect mentally to Chicken and did see visions of a radiant world, but unfortunately then was thrown back against a tree. That then led to Hatsu kneeling down before Eldrin, offering his sword, Kazejoba, declaring Eldrin is the knot between this world and others, and that he was the chosen one. Definitely not Slate anymore, but he was the chosen one, and that the Celestial Fox had marked Eldrin, just as Tempestus did. And that is where we pick up today on the Wandering Isles.
Thank you so much, guys. That was awesome. Thank you. Take a week off and it feels like we haven't done this in ages. I'm really excited. It's good to be back. So, my friends,
never take a week off again.
We find ourselves in our boars. Amidst the trees, amidst the chaos, amidst a glowing fox and all sorts of radiant energy and a stressful moment, we also find a sensitive, soft beat. What do you guys want to do?
For me, I'm still holding chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And I look around and see, obviously, still the destroyed 30 feet radius of the forest, and Hatsu is knelt down before me with an offering of Kasajoba, and I see off in the distance that Weslyn was, of course, he's after being hit, he was thrown back and hit the tree and dashes over there. And at that point, I want to say to Hatsu, I think we need to see what else is going on, but I definitely think we need to talk another time. But I appreciate that Kasajoba is not mine, but you have offered your sword to me. And I bow my head to him.
You didn't understand it right. I offer you the service of my sword. I would never offer you my sword.
I would never take it anyway.
He says as he quietly puts away the sheath he had for Kasajoba. I never.
I think we
would take
just forget about the protocols again. And he sheets us away on his belt and moves to look for Madriana.
I'm just gonna smooth chicken as this time is going on, and I'm kind of just looking at him as if someone's handed me a brand new little puppy, and I'm just like making sure he's okay.
Chicken
but
is
I want to head
still
over
asleep. So you can pet chicken and interact with chicken. Chicken is still very much asleep and glowing this kind of white hue. But the more you interact with chicken, the more blissful and peaceful you feel. Like, you feel good, man.
I definitely still want to head over towards Dash and Weslyn. I want to make sure that they're okay. I want to make sure Weslyn's okay after seeing him being flung back to the tree.
So is chicken yours now? Then I don't understand quite what's happened here.
No, I don't think chicken will ever be mine. Chicken doesn't belong to anyone, does he? And I kind of look. No, he doesn't. No, I don't think he belongs to anyone. Like, he's chicken. He's his own being. He can choose whoever he wants to be. He was with Slate, wasn't he? So he's just taking a liking to me right now. That's all.
Why is his color changed? I'm assuming this is just as new to you as it is to me, but it's just a question to the universe, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it could be some kind of sign. Like Hatsu said I was the chosen one, and that chicken has chosen me. So there's definitely some type of divine intervention, if I want to call it, or some type of divine connection, but it definitely means something. But I think the reason for his color changing is definitely because that he's just connected to me in some way, and he's just celestial.
Do you feel different somehow?
Do I feel different? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
he
great.
burns me, but you can hold him.
Yeah,
not be burned.
He feels great. I feel great. I just feel warm and fuzzy, and it feels weird to be that because this place has been burnt to shit, but it just makes me feel great. It's just a really good feeling, and it's like he's giving me power almost, like not in like a physical strength sense, but like mental fortitude. I can almost feel it's like he's making me feel a way that I can't remember I've last felt. Like he's making me feel like a new me almost.
Sounds positive.
I can't explain it. I hope it's positive, but it's definitely something I can't explain correctly right now.
Well, guess you don't need to explain it. If you feel it, enjoy it. Should we go to the others? I feel like this is the kind of area we should move on from, given everything that's happened. We don't want anyone coming here and thinking we've destroyed a good chunk of these woods.
Well, is Weslyn okay? I just kind of, turn my head and tilt and look at him.
He's fine. He got dazed a little bit. He sounds a bit wonky, but he's okay.
He's staring daggers at Eldrin that can only be described through my entire repertoire of media as Ramona Flowers. Not Ramona Flowers. What's her name? It's the Aubrey Plaza in Scott Pilgrim. Fuck, I can't remember her name right now. But like that kind of just glare, like he is furious. He's just staring at Eldrin.
He's fine. I just kind of whispered to Eldrin, I've seen him do this once when Adriana moved a tree too close to him. It'll be fine. Let's just go to the others.
How did
Julie Powers.
she move the tree? And I kind of like turn away, and as I'm looking back at Wesley, I'm like, how did Adriana move a tree? Like, was it a seedling, or
She'll
like,
tell you one story, he'll tell you another. I don't fucking know. It's magic.
But he's okay, like that.
Oh,
That
he's
looks
fine.
like it hurt like shit.
I mean, you're holding a inferno fox and you're not getting hurt, so I think it's fine.
See,
Let's just go to the others and.
yeah, but see,
Move it,
to
start
me,
moving away from here.
Inferno Fox doesn't seem like anything crazy. He's just a fox to me. To you, you got hurt, so it's like, I get it. You don't want to touch him, but to me, it's just chicken. He's just shiny chicken, but he's chicken.
Well, he sure is pretty.
Hell
Put my
yeah!
hand on Dash's shoulder. I have done a perimeter check.
Where did you come from?
From behind you, obviously.
Oy.
I've done a perimeter check out to about 100 yards all round. Nothing seems to have been alerted to us so far.
That's good. Well, you'd think someone would have seen or heard whatever caused this.
No doubt they did. They're just not close enough to us right now. So, if we're going to move, now would
Smart
be the
enough
good
not to
time.
question it. Agreed. Shall we gather the rest then and get going?
Aldrin, we know what you're like with animals. Try to keep the chicken alive.
Hey, I'm not going to even let him down unless he wants to. I'll mind him.
In fairness, I don't think you could kill him even if you wanted to. Right, let's go. Where is everyone?
Don't think anyone could kill him,
Over there.
even if they tried.
On the other side of Dash, he would just hear a whisper. Do you think it has something to do with the bell?
Bells don't cause damage like this.
Mariana, you remember the bell we heard when Weslyn sent out a message with chicken?
Yes, I do. But
Maybe
that was with an offering.
maybe chicken found what he's supposed to find. Maybe that's what caused the havoc around here.
Well, looking at chicken and the obvious changes, that means that either the offering was received well or very, very poorly.
Or somebody intervened. And he looks over to Aldrin.
Can I, above the table, can I go and search the epicenter of what had happened just there, and see if there's any evidence as to say that said offering was delivered, accepted, or intervened.
Yeah, you can make a... Think about this. I guess it would be a perception check.
Okay. It's only a 14.
Okay. Nothing came up in OBS. We'll worry about that later. The 14, that is... Yeah. I mean, the main thing to take away from here is that this doesn't look like... The trees are blown back. They're scorched to a crisp. The ground is burned. There's no grass or anything until you get outside this sort of impact radius, right? And I use impact radius because it's the closest term for what looks like happened here. There's a crater of space. There's burnt everything. The trees are all knocked back and everything. And in it lay Chicken the Fox in this kind of ethereal white form. There's nothing else that really stands out to you as informative here, I guess would be the answer.
Also then, based on the fact that this is crater-esque and stuff, we already kind of knew what happened over in, I want to say, is it Dagmar or wherever it was, where we saw the forest and that had been burnt down from the volcanic blasts and stuff, and there was the grooves cut in the ground and stuff.
On your way
is there anything similar to that?
Yeah.
Dagtorp, that's the one.
In a sense, probably not as much, because what happened there was a much bigger event that seems to be sort of related to the volcano itself more than anything else, or at least that area, and like way bigger scale than anything that you're dealing with here. There would be similarities, but not enough that you would say there's a correlation between the two.
Okay,
like
thank you.
I'll say a strong correlation. There is obviously, I just described a correlation, but a strong correlation, I mean, between the two. Not enough.
I don't get the idea that this is the same thing.
This
cool.
is a mistake. I always make a correlation. There could be a correlation, but it may not be the same causation. There we go. I think that's right. What do you guys want to do?
Come on, Dash. Lead the way.
On Dasher. On Eldrin.
On Dasher. On Eos.
Wait, which Dash? And he points over where Slate was standing.
Dash is just waving back at everybody. More like a Queen's wave, you know how it goes. Palparothian style.
He's doing that thing again.
You know, if you do that in Palparoth, you may get stabbed.
I think you'll find you may get stabbed.
I may get
He's only
stabbed, but you'll be
joking.
the one bleeding.
Do it. He's only joking. Let him do it.
In any case, I gather we have a plan of action. Hatsu, shall we go and scope out that area you mentioned?
Yeah, I can tell you when I see something.
All right then. Off we go. And start walking, I suppose, towards the initial direction of Gatai, with the intention of turning south around that little mountain towards what looked like a cave.
It's going to be a long journey. And as the moons rise in the sky and you walk through the tree line, you get to see Ouroboros for its namesake and for what it is. From what you would know as players about a forest, they usually go quiet around the nighttime. Birds don't usually chirp. Wildlife kind of tries to hide a bit and the predators come out. Those who are nocturnal, at least. That doesn't change here. Ouroboros, the creatures are still out in full effect. You see zips and zooms across you. Of course, there are additional creatures, things like bats and nocturnal creatures do come out. And some things that though the players may not recognize, the characters might. But for the most part, it's something that would bring comfort, I think, to someone, for example, like Hatsu or Eos, who grew up with this. But if you didn't grow up in a forest life, you'd be surprised at how active and loud it continuously is. There are areas where you've been where things do go quiet when it's dark, but this is not one of them.
Madriana, shall we go ahead a little, sneak it out, peek it out?
Are we trying to find somewhere for rest?
I guess it's quite late. And he gives her like a nod, and she would see him disappearing, reappearing at the tree, making the kicks that he learned from the wolves to propel him further ahead, disappears, reappears at another tree, and moves on.
He does love to go to the fro, whereas some of us can just go straight. And I just do, straight as the arrow, as the crow flies, as it said.
Hell yeah.
He's zigzagging. I'm just going straight through.
The only way through is through. Yeah. I'll get perception checks from both of you to try and see what you're picking up as you're doing this, and we shall we shall keep our fingers crossed that this bloody thing works.
While that's happening, Dash would find Slate walking very close to him, and then he would just say, "For the moment, it's all good, but just remember, we don't all have goggles like you, so if you feel a tug on your arm, it's because I can't see again."
The moonlight will light your path slightly, but this is considered to be dim light, so your vision is heavily obscured. But you do have a few foot in front of you, so it's not as visible as some of them, but you're not at a disadvantage as the moons both beat down.
I'm not looking ahead, I'm just able to see Dash beside me, and that's my focus at the moment, is more or less not tripping over my feet and, just sticking with the group. And like I said, within arm's reach of Dash if I find myself in a point where I literally can't see.
You seem quite the survival expert, Slate. Is it worth lighting the way or remain in darkness?
I mean, the light could be seen for miles. So it depends on what you're hunting or what's hunting you. It works both ways, as a repellent, but also as an attraction. So weigh your odds, I suppose.
Gathering what Hatsu mentioned about potential less than friendlies, where we're going, might be best to remain dark then.
I'm glad that you asked me something you knew the answer to. Thanks for that. I feel good. Needed. Very important.
It'll also be a few days before you get there. You're not going to be there today, so.
We don't know how wide their net is, voice in the sky.
If their net was this wide, you would already know. Yeah.
I don't know that I would know.
Well, then it might be a good idea for you to ask another player on the bench, right? Okay, sorry. So we got an 8 and a 23. And this time it did show up on stream. The 8 from Madriana. You're more focused on flying straight than what you're flying straight at, so it's a little bit difficult for you to make much out. You're mostly focused on making sure the path is clear rather than the surroundings, whereas Hatsu is focused more on the surrounding area. So for you, the path is clear. Hatsu, you encounter some animals and some different things, but it's nothing that's unusual to you. A few deer here or there. Definitely a non-glowing fox out for food. A lot of different types of birds and stuff. Things that would have Dash's attention. I'm curious if Dash is walking through this forest with sunglasses or not, though, to find out what he knows. But for Hatsu, there's no threat that comes from a humanoid nature. There's no threat that comes from a bestial one either. So at the moment, it just seems like normal wildlife, normal things.
So from that point on, he would kind of look out for a good spot to rest, basically.
You know of one. As you guys bypass Gitai and find a small area, it's a familiar one. You camped here on your way to Azazaki a few months ago.
He kind of leads toward that spot with kind of winks in directions as he is dashing from tree to tree.
It doesn't count as a dash pun. I'm not allowing it.
And as he reaches the destination, he kind of telemark lands in the middle, goes on one knee and just raises his fist as a sign of we arrive.
I land next to Hatsu, gently, softly.
Do you do that cool landing that people with wings in movies do where their legs suddenly fly forward and they just start walking and the wings like move in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
don't
all I
forget
would
as
do.
well. Don't forget as well. My footsteps are kind of silent as well. Like I'm light-footed, so I don't have to worry about that too much. No heavy landings here. Same as that's what impressed her about Hatsu actually was when he managed to land softly.
I think your wings would be silent too, not as in because there's a feature for silent wings, so I wouldn't go that quiet because that feature doesn't something that Majorana has yet. But the future is crazy. But for the moment, I would say they don't give off much noise, but there is a subtle noise to them. Just like the same as a bird, I guess. They mostly when you're like flapping or something.
Yeah. The glide down is silent enough. Yeah.
Flapping feels like a very insensitive word to use for Majorana. I feel like what she does with her wings isn't just like panic flapping or anything like that, but whatever.
Depends on the situation, I guess. So she
That's that scene in Hercules when Pegasus does the little thing going.
Yeah.
Hercules. Yeah.
So land next to him and just look at him and just say, they're about a mile, half a mile behind us. They can't see all these gestures. Or is this just for me?
I guess it's just a habit, but maybe for you and for me.
Good habit to keep up. Just keep in mind that, you've got an audience of one.
I know they won't see it, but well, I used to do it with Ayame the whole time, so I guess you're the only one that can relate to that. I might be the only one that would understand without further explanation. Maybe Slate, I'm not sure.
That's fair. I'm certainly no army, that's for sure.
Well, let's phrase it that way. I'm sad that she's not with us, but I'm also happy to explore this with you, sister.
Yes. This has been quite eye-opening being with all of you. Can't say I'm not enjoying it.
I've been around here. It's been a while, but I remember this place. We should be good here for now. There's
just
only
in case.
one thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a scout around. But what was you gonna say?
I was about to say we used, I think, 2 tents when we did make the sail for the boat, so we have 3 left as far as I'm aware. So would you prefer an own tent or...
Now come on, Hatsu. You know exactly where I'll be. As she tilts her head back, looks up towards the tops of the trees.
All right.
Right. Let's have a quick investigation of the area just to make sure we are actually safe. Back here in 5.
And on that word, he disappears in the shadows.
It'd be so annoying if he wasn't so fucking cool. Right. And I'm gonna, start searching, literally searching around tracks, broken twigs, stuff like that. Anything that could possibly be like something I need to be aware of around us.
I'll take.
And in the, if I may interrupt, in the same regards, and with what he brought up with Ayama in mind, there's this urge of competition. So he would not only look for things, he would only look for something to shoot silently like a rabbit or something, to also provide food while also looking around.
In that case, both of you survival checks, please.
Not the rabbits.
Go for the nests, just eggs and everything in there.
You got a 14.
Weird.
And 6.
Okay. This is a good time to remind you of two things that I asked everyone to remind me of and nobody remembered. It's okay. One of which, you can all mark off a long rest for your time in Asazaki. And the other one is that you all get inspiration for the kickoff of this session. If anyone wants to use it, feel free. 14 for Amadriana. Tracks as in people tracks? No. Tracks as in animal tracks, for sure. The biggest game you'll find around here is definitely deer in this area, and there's like plenty of it.
I bring one back.
You can try. I was going to take someone else's catchphrase. You can definitely try. You can absolutely try.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move like quickly and suddenly, just catching the deer's eye line, actually driving it towards our area without it realizing, and then take it out just outside the camp so that I can easily get it to the camp, but it's not within the camp that I've just created this issue.
Okay. I will take it back. Kyle had quietly messaged me in the back of the corner of saying it, and I'm so sorry, Kyle. I just threw so much shade at you. I'm sorry.
That's why I clapped. I was like, "Oh, you see my message?" And I was like, "Oh no, he didn't." Oh.
I'm so sorry, Kyle. You did remind me. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, how do we deal with this? How would you like to approach it? I think would be my main question, right? Because you are a woman of many talents. So which specific talent are you using?
I think it would be an attack, but I think it would be because although she understands the necessity of meat and, you know, all that kind of stuff, she also wouldn't be that kind of masochistic. She wouldn't want it to suffer. So I think it'd be, you know, as short and sharp a blade to the eye, like through the brain kind of thing, or an arrow or something just quick.
Okay. That's definitely doable. Which would you prefer? Just so I know which role you're taking.
I think she'd probably stab it, because as strange as it sounds, killing a creature, she'd want to comfort it as much as she could as it went down.
Okay. In that case, you can absolutely go ahead. Try to just roll the die, basically. Let's see what we can get.
Okay. Well, since it's an attack.
Theoretically, we're not in combat, so you shouldn't have to target anything.
There's a natural 19 for a 26 total.
Holy moly. That deer is dead, man. No worries. It is the most painless possible way to take out a deer. Without issue, with most incredible precision, you know exactly where to put that blade to make sure that this creature doesn't suffer. Yeah, hell yeah.
As it goes down, I just whisper, Thank you, B, for this sacrifice to keep us going.
Nice. Nice. That was cool. I like that. Hell yeah. Hatsu, you. What did you get? I forgot. Buried it.
A 6.
A 6? A rabbit isn't like the most unusual thing here, but they do have a history here. So I will remind you of what happened the last time someone attacked a rabbit in this specific area. So if you want to attack it, I'll get you to roll a stealth as well. It's your choice.
So what I would go for, because he kind of knows what he's dealing with, right? He would obviously sneak up, and if he's within 60 feet of range, he would shadow step next to it and behead it right away.
Okay. Let's go with stealth to make sure that you can not get seen by the 50 other rabbits somehow connected to this one, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
For 24?
I don't even know where you are. No problem. 24 is fine. Roll for attack. Rabbits have a very historically low AC, so I think just your modifier would do. Oh my god. Your modifier would do it. $15 to hit. Problem?
That is, it doesn't show me. What the? 15?
15 to hit, no problem. Yeah. Yep, 15 definitely hits. Yeah, that's not a problem. Just roll the damage there for me. Oh, did you do it already? No. Okay, no, sorry.
For 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice. No problem.
Follow-up needed? Question mark?
No, it's fine. You managed to get that in with that massive stealth. You sneak out. Okay. Yeah, so Hatsu, you come back to the camp as people are just coming in and starting to set up tents and stuff, and you have a rabbit with you. Dash, you know exactly what type of rabbit this is. A few moments later, you hear some rustling from like the trees and bushes behind you, like.
Is it more rabbits?
No, it's a Madriana and a large deer.
Well, I won't bring the deer into the camp. So yeah, I'd be walking in and...
It's a Madriana by herself.
That's a nice catch there, Hatsu.
Well, thank you. I see you went for the easy one.
I went for the one that would feed all of us. Not just one.
I know
You're
that.
two of the most competitive people I've ever met.
You don't understand this. We needed some to feed and something to nourish the soul, I guess. So we both did great, I would say.
We did. However, Slate, I'm not exactly one. Well, I am one for cutting things up, but cutting them right, not really my forte. And I know you'll probably know something a little about it, so this deer needs prepping for food.
From my belt, I'm going to pull out my dagger, my chef's knife, and just kind of rotate it around my fingers and be like, yeah, no problem. And then I'm going to point the knife towards Hatsu and say, Hatsu, I don't know if you remember Eos's warning about tainted meat, and there was a whole thing last time. So even though you caught it, I wouldn't eat it, if you remember. And then I'm just going to start pointing to Madriana towards the bushes and say, over this way. And then
just behind.
Head over it. Obviously, I'd like to dissect the animal as best I can and, portion it out, etc. What I'm going to do before I go is turn to everybody and say, do you remember when we were in the snow? We dug that fireplace, we dug a hole so the fire was kind of underground with like a chimney. I suggest we do that here so the fire can't be seen from a distance. It means we still have heat and we can still cook in it. So if somebody wants to start digging, I'll deal with this. And then
Yeah, you work
dry
on the
off.
meat and Dash will dig the hole.
Why me?
You're the strongest of us all.
I doubt that. I think Eldrin's probably stronger, but saying that, get to work.
I have my hands full. I'm sorry. I also don't have a shovel. Yeah. I could help, but I don't think anybody else is going to hold chicken.
Why don't you
Mean
put
the
chicken up on your
floor.
shoulders?
I could definitely put chicken on my shoulders once chicken's awake, and I look down and see if chicken's awake. Kind of like I'm holding chicken like a little, like you'd hold a small pup or something.
Aldrin, he's not your baby, you know that, right?
I know.
We are in the nature. He will be fine on the floor.
I know he'd be fine, but it's... I just want to make sure he's okay. If you had have asked me 2 days ago to hold chicken and make sure he's okay, I'd be like, chicken's fine. You ask me now, put chicken down. I don't want to. I can't explain it. I
Well, do
want
you
to
want to eat
hold.
something today?
Yeah,
Do you want to have a place to sleep?
I will, yeah.
Then get the fuck to work.
You could
Okay.
grab some wood, Eldrin. That would be lovely.
Did Hatcher just swear?
Thanks.
Yes.
I'll get wood.
I'm sorry. I guess.
No, that's actually quite clever. If you rarely swear, then it has much more effect when you do.
And he kind of marches off next to Slate, and he's like very finically cutting the rabbit, because he obviously know how to prepare the rabbit to not get something bad from it.
Eos, would you like to help me digging?
Sure. Eos has been maintaining her distance from Eldrin as per previous session, 30 feet for the entire time. So she wanders around in a circular fashion with the staff, with Ramiel out in the moonlight, and heads towards Dash, maintaining her distance.
You scared?
No, are you?
No, surprised. Rather unexpected, but you in particular seem to be standoffish.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Would you be?
Eos, I've been exposed to so many things I've never expected in my life since I went to that school. At this point, it's just one more.
It's not myself that I'm protecting. Last time I saw that light, I nearly attacked Eldrin. So, we're going to keep our distance for a moment.
Is that the festival?
Yeah, after you stabbed those people.
Just one person, actually, but
One was more than enough.
so you're more scared of what you'll do than scared of chicken doing something?
Absolutely. Holes in the ground, sure, whatever, but I don't want to hurt Eldrin.
Well, my apologies. I misread the situation, and that's actually quite noble of you.
You hear that, Ramiel? I'm noble. Yeah, eat that ant.
Fair enough. Can you remember how Slate made the chimney thing? Because I wasn't exactly paying attention. I know you dig down and kind of back up, but
You have a shovel?
I was just going to use the daggers.
You blunt your blades.
I can sharpen them again. I don't have a shovel, no. Do you?
No, takes off her gloves. Squats down and starts.
1 second.
There.
Slate, do you have a shovel?
while walking with Hatsu, I'm just going to pause and turn back, start taking my backpack off. So I'm going to walk just into visual range, and I take out the entrenchment tool that I bought. So it's a shovel, but it's also a sharp edge like a blade. And I'm just going to stick it into the nearest tree and be like, yes. And I leave it in the tree and just like gesture to it and then walk on with Hatsu. So I'm not walking all the way back.
Thank you. Oh, get the shovel and get to work.
And then I'm going to shout over my shoulder, I want that back.
Fair enough. Don't forget the shovel if you want to go to work.
Isn't it funny that we have measurements to not be seen but shouting around? It's quite funny, right?
I mean, I'm just hungry and want to eat. He shouted first, to be fair. He shouted first, so the game was already up at that point.
I get it. You're not you when you're hungry.
It's
I
true.
understand.
Hatsu, I think I'm going to need your help as well, because I'm concerned about butchering this carcass, because whatever we do, there's going to be remnants on the ground, and it's going to attract wildlife. So I think, I know it's outside the camp, but I think slightly further. And I think I'd be tempted to put some strings and bells and stuff around it later, so if anything comes to finish the remains or take it away, we might be alerted. But I think I might need your help to drag this. So I'll just work with Hatsu and just drag it a reasonable distance away from the camp. And then between the two of us, I think we could probably make short work of just making the cuts and skinning it and taking out the important bits. Trying not to be wasteful. And I'll portion it up as best I can. And I think what I would do is use portions of the skin to sort of parcel it, so I can place them on the ground, but with some of the skin over it, and then we can take them out and cook them. And then after whatever appropriate amount of time to complete that task, like I said, I'm just going to set up, I have a bit of string and bells that I've used before, so I'm just going to set that up for any critters or creatures that might come to interfere with the corpse, because I'm quite aware that the smell of blood, etc., would be quite appetizing, and a lot of creatures are opportunistic by nature, so I expect it to attract something at some point. And then I'll make my way back to see how they're getting on with the fire, which is obviously a simple task, so should clearly be done at this stage.
While
Oh yeah, it's done.
while Dash and Eos are digging out the fire, Magiana's going to be setting up the tents for them under like a tight knit, copse of trees within this forest, with the back end of the tents to these copse, but then also so that the fire's close enough to keep them warm. Then the other thing I'm going to be doing is essentially flying up to surrounding trees, not the ones directly behind the tents, but other ones, and breaking off like smaller branches but that are lush with leaves and stuff, and essentially creating almost like a windbreaker. It seems kind of stupid because I've got wings, but I'm essentially going to be creating a nest around the back of the tent to stop wind and to stop anything being able to creep up behind us, kind of thing. But within those branches with the leaves and stuff on it, like I said, creating this windbreaker behind us. I'm also going to put in a few sharper, I'm going to sharpen up a few pikes, kind of thing, and stick them into the ground so that you can't see it because of all these leaves that I'm putting there. But if something was to try to walk through them, they're going to get, quite a nasty prick.
Absolutely, no problem. If there is to be such a thing, you will have advantage, they will have disadvantage, that kind of thing, depending on the circumstances, so long as it involves that. Okay?
Cool. Assume once Eos starts up the fire.
Wait till I'm finished
she
digging.
does. Yeah, just before she does. Dash, I am
Yes.
so earthly curious. What could we
Yeah.
make you check Is it strength, perhaps, to see if you could dig the hole? Is it dexterity to see how efficiently you did it?
I think it would be like persuasion, so I could persuade the earth to leave the hole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay. 23.
Unfortunately, the earth is not persuaded by a measly 23 to move. It's very unfortunate. In that case, I guess we'll have to discuss what other options we have available to us.
This is where I miss my druid and just pick up.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume you'd like a survival check or something like that.
Survival check would tell me what tracks are around it, so that's certainly good if you want to just check that. Tell me, what do you give me an idea of how you're planning on digging this hole, because you're not the most
with a shovel
swole person. Okay, with a shovel. Then strength it is. Athletics, acrobatics. Those could have been your choices. You pushed it too far. I'm going to take athletics from you, please. So many opportunities to talk your way out of this.
This is what I get for sassing you in Discord earlier, isn't it?
What do you get for sassing me now?
Hold on, I'm using inspiration. Fuck that.
Okay, all right.
That's a very good use of inspiration, I'm sure. Oh, fuck, it's that one. That's a 0.
Slate. Somewhere in the back of your mind, a dark thought occurs to you of who did you leave that shovel with. Dash, as you dig into the dirt, you hear this big dink as you warp the metal on the shovel because you hit a giant rock just barely inches beneath the dirt. Had that not one have been your actual roll, you would have snapped the shovel in half. But thankfully, inspiration lets you keep your highest, so that 2 you got just damaged the shovel but did not destroy it.
The shovel's faulty.
No, Dash, no.
There's a big rock there. I might try a different spot.
Is it as thick as your skull?
Thicker. How
You
am I
were
supposed
just
to
a
know
rock.
if there's a rock there?
I walk over to Dash. Give me the spade.
Here you go.
I'll take the spade. Look at how he's completely, buckled this thing. I don't know if it's strength or stupidity that made it bend, but one of the other. And I whisper a few words to it as the metal starts bending back straight and then fixes and arranges itself so that it's back to how it should be as I cast Mending.
Okay.
Try again, Dash, and this time, mind the fucking rock.
You watch as Amadriana sets it down and kind of, it looks like with massive strength she pushes through. In truth, it's magic, but it looks a little bit like Mike.
Yeah.
I kind of say to myself, just loud enough for her to hear it. She'd be so annoying if she wasn't so fucking cool.
She'd be far cooler if you don't make that fire.
Eos, did you make a pun?
No, dig the hole, please.
I'm trying, but it's rocky ground.
This is a forest.
Oh, rocks and roots. How am I supposed to know where they are?
I'll tell you how you're supposed to know. Give me another athletics check, Dash. With the 3.
I quit.
What?
Amadriana, you watch as Dash turns back around and hits the same rock with the shovel and puts a big dent in the shovel once again. Not as bad as the last one. He learned his lesson slightly.
May I make a check to see if I can just walk up, pick him up, fly him up to a tree branch and just place him on the tree like a naughty kid?
It would be a grapple check against him if you protest.
Oh, absolutely protesting.
And then it's a grapple
So what is
check.
it?
Your strength or
Unhand
acrobatics
me,
versus
winged one.
your strength or acrobatics versus his. Unhand me, you winged one.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
considering it's a 21 for me and a 12 for him,
So done. What
he
the
gets put in the tree like the naughty child he is.
No,
Dash,
no.
about 20 foot
I
up,
don't
you
know.
sit down on a tree and you're like in a huff with your arms crossed as you dangle there. Adrian goes
I'm
back down.
just climbing
Dash,
back down.
how about you
I'm second
stay
story
there?
work. I just
Stay
fuck
there where you can be less of a damage or hindrance to anyone and yourself, please.
that. How about get off your high horse and I climb back down?
I
Thanks
don't
you.
have a horse, that's Eos. I guess you're blind as well as stupid.
Takes you about 10 seconds while Adriana kind of just glides down beside you, just talking to you.
For a stealthy one, you talk a lot.
I talk when it's needed.
It's not really needed now. There's rocks in the ground. How can I help that?
I mean, it is needed because it means I get to make fun of you.
Oh, you're such a dickhead.
Don't be
Yes.
so
Lucky I
rude to me,
like
Shannon.
you. You're 20 feet away.
Probably about
but
10
you're
by
Out
now.
shouting.
the
in
side of
the
my
woods.
ears.
She can definitely hear you.
You're not exactly speaking softly. Come on. Would you like a hand? Would you like us to help you to dig this hole?
No, I'll do it myself.
Okay. All right. I
At
want
this
to.
point, I've stopped what I'm doing. I'm literally just stood there next to him with my arms crossed, just waiting.
You
Might I
can.
try a more tactful approach?
Will you? Is that what happens here? All right, Keith, go ahead. Give me your tactful approach. What will it be?
What about if I gently measure with the shovel first and push it gently into the ground to look for stones instead of just going like a bull with it?
Yeah, that would honestly be a great suggestion. I would like you to make a survival check, but with you're using the shovel for this?
Yes.
Disadvantage because it's still broken.
God damn it. Oh, that's a 6.
You push it in. You don't damage it against the stone that you do find, but you definitely find a large stone.
Is this just one big bedrock here? I'll just keep doing that until I find an area where there isn't stones.
Well, you can have one more check. You can have a survival check again with disadvantage because you're using still the broken shovel and have not gotten it fixed.
Do you know what? I'll try my dagger this time then.
Okay. Yeah, you can have a regular check.
Break the damn thing.
You can,
8.
I love how narratively,
How many rolls is this?
I
and
love how
haven't gone
narratively
over a
you're-
fucking like.
You're genuinely getting slightly better every time. Like you are learning.
Can I see
the dice
if I
fucking
can
hate
fix
me.
the spade again, but then also can I see if I can just break ground for him at least?
Sure. You can cast mending on the spade, that's no problem. Do you want to describe to me how you're breaking ground, please, so I can figure out what skill check you're doing?
So the way I'd be breaking ground is rather than just jabbing it in the ground like some toddler, I am gonna lightly break the skin of the. Well, first of all, I'm not gonna dig where the fucking rock was because I'm not an idiot. Secondly, I'm gonna just gently, like almost like dig a circle, like just putting the edge of the spade in until I've got the actual the crust of the earth broke, and then try and dig down. So I'm trying to do it more tactfully and more agile, I guess. This isn't brute strength, this is cunning.
No problem. Give me a survival check with advantage, please.
Survival with advantage. That'd be an
Oh, shit.
18.
Not only do you
To the
manage to do
dice.
that, but you're so confident in it that it's with ease. You just start digging. It takes maybe 30 seconds and you've dug out this little pit.
I'm sure you can do the rest, Dash, and I just hand him off the spade.
Eyes to the sky, just like, why me?
I go to walk off, but then I just give him a reassuring pat on the back. We're not all made for greatness, but sometimes we have to lift up those that are. Thank you for being here. And then, like, give Eos a wink, like, you know, like.
Eos just smiles towards Majorana. She's loving this.
You all suck.
No, some people blow, Dash. She uses elementism and puts a bit of air towards his face. Just a gust of air.
Effortlessly.
Should be back after these messages.
His brain shut down. Yeah, like there's no problem. You make the campfire, and by about now, I would say, Slate, you're probably coming back with Atsu and probably provisions.
I'm gonna walk straight over to where they're working on it.
There's no problem with the fire, Slate. It all went swimmingly. It's all fine.
Did it take you long? Was it all right?
No. Grand.
Oh, so you had it done quickly.
Relatively, yeah. Fine.
Perfect. So then, what about the wood that we need to keep the fire going? Because I don't see any piles of
We'll
wood
have to
around
go get
here.
some. Yeah, have to get some.
I guess I can help.
They're just getting to it now. Yeah, don't worry about it. You've been skinning the meat. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You sit down, relax.
I think it's fine. You already dig the hole, right? Eldrin can get the wood.
I'm gonna stack the meat in the little parcels with the skin near to the area, and then just, like I said, they're already portioned, so I'm just gonna try and see what stage the fire's at to make sure there's a good base and that it's gonna burn for a decent amount of time before I start cooking. Previously, I've used my rapier and done like a spit with the meat. So because obviously a stick would break in the heat, but the rapier at enough height would be fine. So I'm going to try and emulate that again. So I'm just going to shout across for, well, I say shout, just talk to the group and say, whoever's getting sticks or whatever, if we can find something to help build a spit, whether it's 2 sticks we can make like this or one that has a fork in it, whatever. And then we can get going on cooking some food.
May I suggest something?
Of course.
There's an old technique that we use in the Toshitsugu clan.
If you're going to tell me about heating stones, I do know something about that.
Have you ever heard of an earth oven?
I mean, yes, I think they're great, but it's going to take a while to heat the stones. I'm totally happy to do that, but I figured...
Oh, you don't make it with stones.
Interesting.
You just need some coal that is still hard. And you just bury the little package that you made. We add some herbs. It's gonna be good.
I know how to do the one with stones that you can heat up and leave them in the ground and they maintain heat and you can cook. I mean, the coal one makes sense, but I didn't bring any coal myself. Are you saying you have some in the bag?
Oh, we can use the ones from the woods.
There's coal just lying around in the woods.
No, if you burn wood, after a while, it becomes black and hot.
You're competitive, I know this. I think we should have a race. I'm going to use this ready-made fire pit, and I'm going to start roasting the meat I have here. You go and burn down the forest, create coal, and you make yours there, and then we'll see who's finished first.
I think you misunderstood me. Maybe it's like a language barrier or something. But,
You did say I'm not me when I'm hungry. It's true. I am a little irritated. I do need to eat. It's been a long day, and I had to walk beside Dash for far too long.
It's not competitive in any regard. I'm just thinking you don't know about this technique, and it will take the same amount of time, but we do 2 separate things, and then we're gonna have a testing what tastes better. Because the earth oven is gonna be a little bit more juicy. Not that I would eat it, nor would Eldrin, but for you guys, it's gonna be delicious.
Hatsu making those points about something he might not know about and that it might be a bit better, and, you know, piquing his interest in a skill he might need to learn, but also culinary, you know, he kind of perks up that little bit. It was kind of like, oh, I see. So definitely interested and wants to see what's going on there. It's quite clear that I'd be very interested in this.
Hatsu would take out a shovel and make like right next where the fireplace is created. He would dig like not deep, like 50-60 centimeters, like a hole. And when they start to lit the fire, he would wait a little bit and would take one little bit more than like a branch of a tree and place it there and see how it burns down a little bit, and if it's like not actually like really lit on fire, but like what's the word for it when it's still like reddish, but
when Slate's watching this, he leans in and goes, "You said coal and then you said language barrier. Did you mean embers?"
No clue what you're talking about. I just know you burn down the wood a little bit, and then it's still hot.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
red embers. This is what you're talking about, embers. This will work, and this is much faster than creating coal.
Well, guess I'm not proficient with these kind of things.
Do you need more branches? Because mine is going quite well, because obviously others did the work for me. So do you want me to get a few twigs and smaller bits to keep the embers going?
I think it's fine. We just placed one package there. I just want to show you how we did it.
I'm excited.
You raise an interesting point, Slate. Others did do it for you. Those others being Dash. So, no, Majono did a good job. But you did point out as well that there's low to no wood. And I've heard no hands go up for people going to get wood, so it does appear that the fire is going out. I don't recall that.
I did say I was going to get, when Slate came in, it's like, how's it going? I said, yeah, no, I'm going to get it now. So.
Oh, you did, and then you told him to sit down. You're right, I do recall that.
Yep.
I think Aldrin was getting wood, yeah, as well.
I was taking my time to interject and speak.
How dare you? Not talking over your friends? Is this really D&D if you don't talk over people? I mean, come on.
I, with Chicken in my arms, would eventually put Chicken on my shoulders and make sure that, you know, there's balance and not going to fall off, and kind of have across my shoulders, if anything, and kind of like down along my side here to make sure it doesn't fall off. Last thing I want is that. And I'm just not wandering really far, but I'm wandering like where I can still see everyone. I'm just seeing any fallen trees, any branches, anything that looks like it's dead wood, that it'll be easily carryable and transferable back over to them. And as I'm doing it, I'm just kind of talking to Chicken, and I'm like, that one looks good. And I kind of bend down and I get it, and I'm like, do you think we'll get that one? Yeah, sure. And I'm just muttering, just talking to the fox, and I'm just in my own little world, just enjoying the whole like boosting mentality that I have with it. But it is in my mind that Hatsu was very, very pissed off with me, but that's kind of not fully sinking in, but it is on my mind. But it's just that I'm so happy to be with Chicken that I'm just talking away to him, but it is on my mind that I feel I've annoyed Hatsu by kind of just being in my own world. So eventually, once I've gotten an armful of wood, I just kind of stroll back over to everyone, and at that point it would be when the guys are pretty much at the point where they are now.
2 points to bring up on that. One, every time you start to feel down, you slowly start to forget why, and your mind wanders back to happy thoughts. How nice it was to be home, or like at least when you think about the book, you're like, how nice it was to be home. You're not remembering the negative parts of that. You just remember, oh, it was nice to see my family. Like, you remember the good parts of the school and your friends and like the group as you were walking, like, and journeying and traveling. You don't remember the times that you were hungry or struggling with like the travel or trying to not deal with food poisoning for like a week on a boat and like all sorts of stuff. You just remember, oh, it was nice being with my friends. You remember these good parts. The second thing is that Slate, as long as Eldrin is walking alongside you, I don't think you'll have a problem, because Chicken is glowing so brightly still that you can definitely see where Eldrin is at all times in the woods from a good 100-foot distance. And that light is constantly emitting, and that is something that Slate, I don't think you will have a problem walking along the tree lines at night or in the dark, as long as Eldrin is within a 100-foot radius of you.
So on that note, having previously talked about the idea of having the fire below ground level was to try and keep some of that to, potentially not broadcast where we were, because you never know. I'm going to mention that to Eldrin and say, I'm not sure how thick the canvas in the tent would be, but if Chicken's looking for somewhere to sleep or whatever, somewhere comfortable, the tent might dim it and it might help. But also, what type of wood did you say that you got?
I just picked up wood that was already fallen. I didn't break it off any trees or anything. I didn't really think that it'd be good to, break down the trees. I don't think that would be a good thing to do based off, well, pretty much. I don't think Weslyn would like that, but yeah, I didn't want to disrespect the forest. We only just made an offering to it, and I feel like it's already been damaged enough. But just wood that was on the floor already, kind of broken branches, different things like that. Just, yeah, but I didn't want to break anything. I didn't want to cause any issues.
I'd just like to have a quick look at some of the wood, because if it's been broken for long enough, obviously it starts to decay and rot and it starts to crumble, and while it may burn, it'll either A, burn really fast, or it'll have loads of moisture and things in it. If it has moss and stuff growing on it, it'll actually be bad for the fire. So I'm just going to have a quick flip through and sort of go, yeah, no, not that piece, this piece is great, not that piece, that's great. And then just while we're walking around together, just pick up a few additional bits just to be sure, because fires tend to run through firewood quite quickly.
It's interesting that there would have been pieces that he would have picked up that wouldn't have suited for a fire, because Eldrin would actually, in a normal state of mind, actually be all right at picking up suitable wood for fires. So it is something to note that if he's picking up wood that wouldn't be suitable, it's not that he's not in the right state of mind, but it's clearly that he's not paying attention to absolutely every detail, because again, there's a lot of his focus kind of just on Chicken and that whole, overwhelming feeling of happiness. So the whole picking up wood that may not be right for the fire is definitely something that maybe Slate would have known if I've picked up firewood before, because we've definitely been out camping at times. But yeah, I've definitely picked up wood before, but not bad wood. But if I'm picking up bad wood now, it's definitely noticeable.
Would you say that the conversation flows slightly less than normal, and in a similar way that you're kind of that little bit on autopilot, that little bit distracted, that little bit less focused? So I think the combination would be reasonably clear. So I would just be just kind of steering the conversation, but kind of steering you and picking up bits of wood, and sort of be like, yeah, we'll just start sort of heading back towards the camp in a gentle motion, totally seeing that that's the state you're in, and being somebody who's had many, for different reasons, different visions, outer body experiences, like the time when I got tremor sense and I had a huge difficulty. I can recognize an element of that distraction, and I'm just going to sort of leave you to it, but start bringing you back to somewhere you can be comfortable, safe, and you don't need to worry about the fact that you're on autopilot.
Yeah. as we kind of get back and I see everyone and Chicken is there, it kind of clicks to me that it's like I'm still kind of in that autopilot mode, but it kind of clicks that you'd said about Chicken sleeping in the tent, and I'm like, yeah, you said Chicken could sleep in the tent, right? Yeah, if that's okay. I know foxes are usually quite happy to be outside, but yeah, is it okay if we like have them in the tent?
I mean, I don't know if the fabric will go down well. I did say I'm not sure how that's going to go. I do know that traditionally foxes like kind of dens, and considering we have this light aspect and the other fire we dug a hole, and fox likes dens, which are also holes, we could dig a little hole right beside the tent at the mouth of the tent, so he'd feel comfortable in his den but also be safe, and his light would be there, and also there might not be the whole burning radius tent, everybody in the tent did that thing.
Aldrin, as he continues talking, you feel paranoid, filled with intoxicating fear. You feel overburdened. You remember the time that you were kidnapped. You remember the times that you felt the weakest. Like you are starting to borderline anxiety attack.
Yeah, if Slate is looking at me, he would definitely notice that I'm like not sweating, but like he can definitely see I'm kind of like not looking at him, like looking around, and like my eyes are like twitching from like over there, and I'm like, and I'm just not able to focus on him, and I'm not able to even reply to him. I'm kind of just, it's like his mouth is moving and I can't hear him, and it's like there's a high-pitched noise just in my ears, and it's like I just cannot cope with it, and it's just a moment then where I'm just like, that's a good idea, and I kind of just turn around and just like walk towards like a tree or something that's maybe like 20 feet away. I kind of just straight line towards like away from the area, and I kind of just walk away, and I just sit down under the tree, and I just have the fox on my lap, and I'm kind of like knees bent up towards my chest, but I have the fox kind of like there, so he's like right in front of me, and I'm just like breathing slowly, just looking at him, and I'm just like have my hand on his back, just kind of like smoothing him, and I'm just trying to breathe while I'm just focusing on feeling his fur, and I just can't even see anything other than just the fox, and all these thoughts are racing through my head, and I'm just trying to push them out of my head, but I can't focus on the happiness of the fox. All I can see is the fox, and I can feel my heartbeat racing and pounding in my chest, and that's all that's happening for me right now. I just can't focus on anything else, and it's just complete panic attack central, and I'm just sitting in a ball up against this tree.
For so many reasons, I like to think that this would be fairly obvious, both from the visual description you've given, the fact that I have the actor feat and I'm used to studying people, but also having the background I've had coming from the places I have with Harrow, etc. I would imagine I have seen plenty of people at plenty of times be in anxiety or fear or emotional shutdown, dysregulation, all this type of stuff. So what I'll do is I'll just walk gently over and take out my water skin and say to you, that's a really good idea. You stay low to the ground and look after him. Take this water and I'll get started on the hole. That's a great idea. You just stay here and just hand the water to him. Then I'm going to go over and get my shovel back and go and use it close to the tent to start digging a little hole. What I'm going to do is a couple of feet from the tent at a diagonal. I want to just gently start feeling my way through the dirt, and I want to sort of, as I take out a little bit, build up the sides, so I'm creating a kind of a mouth to it, as best I can. And obviously if the soil is in any way moist, that should be fairly easy. If it's not, I'll just push it out to the sides. And I'm basically using a mixture of the front of the blade to shovel and the side of the blade, because it's an entrenchment tool, to kind of saw into the earth, so I can see what's in the earth before I smash the shovel into it. So I get a taste for what the earth is like, and then in some cases I can actually cut smooth edges out using the side of the blade.
Yeah, no worries. You, with ease and tactical precision, no roll needed. You definitely dig into the earth, no problem. There's no rocks, anything found. Everything seems to be good here. I
mean, I do know a little something about this, you know.
Yeah, but thankfully Dash is out still gathering wood, so he doesn't notice how easy it is for you to dig a hole. Any notice would of course be metagaming. You dig through.
Slate isn't even aware it's hard to dig a hole at this point.
Yeah, it just seems quite easy around here. Very smooth. Great digging dirt. If anything, it's easier than normal too. Like the shovel is so sharp; it feels sharper.
Just move
somehow.
on. Just move on. It's fine. We get it. We get the picture you're painting here.
Yeah, I was actually I was crediting Amadriana for fixing the shovel, but that's okay.
And these shovels as entrenchment tools are made for digging trenches. They're made for cutting soil. They're made specifically to do more than a regular shovel. So this is,
break from one stone. Then
I'll just make sure to move on here and not thank Amadriana for fixing Slate's shovel so well and making it better than it was before. Don't worry, Kian. I'll move on. You dig the hole, it's no problem. You've made a nice sturdy den.
And then I'll just put the shovel away, kind of smooth out the area, and make people aware that it's there's a little hole just off to the side here, what it's for, who it's for, and then I'll just check back in the fire and periodically just go over in Eldrin's direction and see, how's chicken? You all good? Any more water? You finished with the water? That just gentle, not big conversations, not big questions, trying to take the decision making away in any interaction, just saying, I think you're done with that, or just making the decisions for him, making conversation easy, and just touching base every now and then and going back to check on the food, because I'm quite aware that I've been digging a hole nearby, but I need to check on it and continuously turn, so I'd be going back and turning over to the next piece and just rotating, and any of the wood that we got from Eldrin, stockpiling it up, moving it close, any of it that was damp, putting it nearby to dry it, putting the correct pieces in first and the other pieces around the edge to dry them out so that they'll go better. And then sort of like cheating at a test, not that I've ever done that, but keeping an eye on what Hatsu is doing and kind of side-eyeing what's happening beside me. Not that I'd be interested, but just
Hell yeah. I mean, why would you want to even think that way? Yeah, it's just got to cover these options,
You would, if you glance over, you would see Hatsu just kind of almost sitting, but on his heels, in front of something that looked like somebody were digging a hole there and now covered it, and just feeling the temperature with his hands from time to time. Not that he would take off his gloves or something. He just kind of knows, just a little bit longer.
Just casually checking, just to be sure. Dash. Out in the trees. It takes you a moment, but even you notice as the animals stop making noise. No birds, no rabbits, no deer. You still see in the distance the glowing light from Eldrin and Chicken. But things are unusually quiet around you. That can mean a few things. What do you think, Dash?
I've been spooked somehow. So when I notice it, I'm just going to try to hide a bit. I suppose step back into the shadows or brush, kind of. Just kind of a reaction from feeling on edge and noticing suddenly that it's quiet. I'll just try to hide, stay out of sight for a moment and listen.
There's nothing but silence that greets you. Barely even a breeze through the trees. I mean, you can still hear. You slide your hand along the bark and you can hear how your hand sounds as it rubs against it. You can hear how things very gently move beneath your feet. You stand and wait. Make a perception check. Perception check. Not a suspicion check. Check is also probably a thing, but let's go with
suspicion check. Halfway decent roll for 13.
13. Okay. Yeah. You don't see anything, but you feel it. Something isn't right. Not one bird chirps, not one distant sound of anything. Except me dropping my pen. What do you want to do?
I'm going to take out my daggers and, or just one of them, and still holds the bundle of wood that I've gotten in under the arm, and just kind of slowly walk, stay facing the way I am, and walk kind of half backwards towards the camp, almost diagonal, so I'm keeping an eye away from the camp while moving towards the camp.
Almost as if
slowly and
were,
deliberately, and trying not to make any sound.
Almost as if it were 5 feet behind you, just here.
Well, then I'll stop dead in my tracks and turn around to face whatever that is.
You see an empty path leading back towards your camp.
And above me?
As you look up, you see the sky. The moons, the stars, the trees swaying in the wind and the light breeze, and the clouds as they roll in.
I'll turn back the way I was facing again and continue the same movement, slowly, deliberately.
On your right, you suddenly hear rustling movement in bushes. It stops.
Do I see anything there? Like shapes, figures?
Investigation for me.
So glad I used my inspiration wisely earlier.
With a 7, there is something you notice. On the bark of the tree are large claw marks that move across it. And they look fresh. You see nothing else.
Okay. How far am I away from the camp?
At this point, I would say you can faintly see the glow, I think I said, so probably 200 to 300 feet. I'll go 250 because I can't decide.
Yeah, I'll keep moving slowly. I'm going to swap to my bow, but I'll keep moving.
Yeah.
And listening.
You take out your bow. As you sort of... How are you taking out your bow? Talk to me about the pose and posture and what you're doing.
It's kind of crouched down, so where Dash has his daggers, he'd be able to do kind of one movement, slide the dagger back into the forearm holster and reach and pull out the bow. So he'd be crouching low. At this point, he's placing the sticks down as well, just in a pile gently. So he's crouching low and keeping the bow, I suppose, kind of lowered, arrow knocked and half drawn.
You sort of lean back and you hold the bow. You're aiming side to side down the path. What are you aiming?
So I'm kind of at the diagonal. The intention is he's torn between firing an arrow back towards camp to kind of as a warning, and shooting at whatever might jump out. So he's kind of doing a slow sweep. He's almost, as the bow is going back towards the camp, he's kind of half looking the other way before looking back.
You suddenly feel something knock against your back and you kind of push forward for a moment.
I'll look to see what that was.
Turn around and find an empty path.
Where am I facing at this point?
Now you're facing away in my head because you were facing towards the camp. You were slightly turning towards it. You got knocked at the back. You turn around. You're facing away from the camp again.
Okay. Did it sound like what I encountered in mission?
Could be.
Turn back towards the camp and loose an arrow towards the tree where I assume I can see the glow from chicken, and I would see the outline of the tree there. I'm going to try and hit the tree with an arrow.
Don't have to give me a damage roll, but you do have to give me an attack roll, please.
I figured. Oh, ammunition. What? I have ammunition.
Oh, Dash.
No, I do. I have arrows. I have 12 arrows.
Okay.
Why isn't? Yeah.
Okay.
Why is it not firing them?
That would be very funny, though.
Just fire one of the twigs. It's fine. Just try it again. Oh, hang on. I have to select the ammunition. Never mind. That's on me.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
It's a nat 20.
Okay. You fire the arrow with perfect precision, but it never hits its target as a blur crosses the path, catching the arrow, landing on the ground in front of you, standing at about 6.5 foot tall, is a familiar face from Mission. Completely coated in black fur and black armor, light. Standing before you is, for those who enjoy D&D, would be described as a Leonin. But for those who truly know D&D, it may go by a different name. The hands are indeed reversed, Madriana. Well spotted.
Great.
This creature looks scarred, malformed, like it's gone through a lot, especially recently. With one hand as it holds the arrow, it just crushes it. The stick breaks and it falls. Perfect shot, Dash.
Seeing this creature, then I'll stand up and I'll put the bow back and just kind of relax a bit, I guess, and just tilt the head and give him a quizzical look.
Growls a little under his breath, just a low, and it makes a large sort of exhale that almost moves the air around it. Just a brisk. It takes a posture like it's about to run. Not away, not side to side. It is about to run right at you. What do you want to do, Dash?
Are you joining us for dinner?
A grin sweeps across its face as it knowingly looks at you like you are the dinner. But that's where we'll take a break.
The tiger that came to tea.
The amount of times that Kian and I had conversations during his level ups about making character changes to make sure he's suited for combat are suddenly coming flooding back to me. I think we'll have a conversation about that at some point, but for now.
Yeah.
As soon as you briefly mentioned it before, I knew exactly what it was, and I was like, I can't wait.
Just case in point, that last phrase, Dash is saying it at his normal tone. It's not like whispered or anything, so.
Are you going to dinner?
Shame it's about 250 feet away, huh?
Yeah, well,
That's great.
someone hears me, they do. If not, they don't.
Tiny ears can't hear nothing.
You coming to dinner, Miss Person?
Dash, as always, you've made some
die.
friends. We will
Yes.
be right back to find out more about that. Enjoy our BRB scene, for those of you who are live. It has been updated, revamped. It has stuff in it. Things. I also I want to give a little shout out to a friend of mine. For those of you who are into these kind of tabletop RPGs and these kind of like things like Warhammer and the role-playing games, a friend of mine has started a Kickstarter called Layer Safe, and I will put the link in chat and I will leave it in the YouTube's video. We will include a little video somewhere towards the end, hopefully, to just showcase what he has done. But he made these really cool containers and cases that is all self-made and very, very fancy and very, very cool. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to LayerSafe. I will throw their Kickstarter in our chat there, and I will make sure to throw it in the thing. Everybody that I showed this to has just thought it was amazing, and I know people like Jamie, who's always in our chat with Arian, I know he jumped on it straight away and bought one and stuff. So so definitely something that people seem interested in. I will definitely be partaking as well. I know a few of us have. So if you want to give it a look, please feel free. We would appreciate it. It's to describe it as Kev put it, a dead simple case to print and assemble, and you can even buy them pre-made, I believe, on the Kickstarter as well. You don't just have to get the STLs, but you can just get the STLs if you like to. Why not? But we'll see if our tiger friend here beats Dash to death with one right after the break. So thank you so much for being with us. We love you very much. We will be RP. And we're back. We last left our party with Dash deep in the woods, confronting an old something ally, enemy. I guess we'll find out. Unless you were listening 2 sessions ago and he explained it. But for now...
New viewers.
But for now... let's join the rest of the group again. Back at the campsite, everything seems to be hunky-dory. What do you guys want to do?
Io spots the little den that Slate made. And she's walking around with Ramiel, kind of seeing what's happening. She looks towards Eldrin. Is Chicken the Fox Asteroid Edition still glowing like he was before, or has he dimmed?
No, he's going like he has before, definitely. Yeah.
Eldrin, can you control that?
I can't hear that. I don't reply. It's just audible. Like there's just noise hitting my ears. My heart rate is just so high right now. I'm having a full-blown panic attack. All I'm doing is just staring almost blindly. It's just like I'm not even focused in on this fox. I'm just, all I can see is the color of it. Like, you know, when you're not, your eyes just unfocus and it's just, you just see like almost like a blur in front of you. That's what's happening with Eldrin right now. And he's just totally not able to communicate right now at this current time.
I guess we'll gesture towards Major Anna. Slane has to kind of like, of course, covering the blinding light.
What's up?
I can't get too close to Eldrin. Is there any chance one of you could ask him to turn on the light?
Aldrin, what's going on?
Again, same thing. I'm just like, my breathing is just really not labor, but it's just really deep breaths in, really deep breaths out. And I'm just trying to calm it down. All I want to do is breathe really, really fast and just completely hyperventilate. But all I'm trying to do is just breathe slowly. And that's, again, just all I'm doing.
I'm gonna
Yeah, stand. Sorry, go on.
I'm going to turn to the guys having this audible conversation nearby and say to him, I think you'll find he's in shock. He's not himself. I think he's in shock.
Well, you know one thing that fixes that, right? And I stand up and I'll walk over to him and I'll just splash my water flask in his face. Aldrin.
As it drips off of you onto ethereal chicken, it dissipates, it dissolves, it just turns to steam.
Focus. Right.
I'm looking at Adriana and I can see her, but I can't focus on her face, but I'm like looking at her, but almost like I'm dazed, and it's like, you know, imagine someone looking at you and you've just woken them up and they can't look at you straight in the face. I'm just like I'm just completely hyperventilating in her face, just looking at her, and I just cannot focus, but I'm looking at her, almost like I'm looking through her, almost. I'm just totally, my eyes wide open, but again, with the goggles on, she might not be able to realize or notice that even.
Chicken, you're obviously with him, sort it out, snap him out of it.
There's a moment of the light getting brighter, and then suddenly, Eldrin, you begin to feel serenity, calm, bliss. It's euphoric.
Yeah, when that feeling comes over me, and like it's like my vision, it's like someone's just put on glasses to me, and like in the opticians, and I can just see clearly, and I'm just looking up at a Adriana, and I'm like, okay, that I feel really good, but that I can't even think of what began happening there. What's happening? What's going on?
Okay. First of all, you need to snap out of whatever this is. Second of all, I think you need to put chicken down.
Yeah, do you ever... I want to, but I don't want chicken to be hurt. I can't let chicken be hurt.
Chicken's not hurt. Chicken will outlive all of us. Put chicken down. Chicken's fine.
Can I try put chicken down? Just even like if I was to like let my legs kind of like just like if I was to like just kind of spread my leg one out from the other and just let chicken like go down off my legs and kind of like go away from me, like as if will chicken try and walk away from me.
Chicken's unconscious,
like I don't want
so chicken sort of, you lay chicken on the ground. The bad feelings don't come, but neither do the good. It does feel a bit lonely though.
There we go. And then I'm going to squat down and give chicken a piece of the meat that I'm assuming we've got at least a little bit cooked by now. And I would have brought some over in preparation for this. Here you go, chicken. There's some food for you. Would you mind ever so kindly just dimming your wonderful glow by any chance? You're kind of giving us away in the forest here.
Just don't touch. I don't want you to get hurt.
If Chicken wanted to hurt me, he could.
I know,
I
but
think
Chicken
we're
hurt
fine.
Dash.
Well, there's an argument as to whether he wanted to hurt Dash. That's for sure.
Okay.
So I hold out the meat for Chicken to take it out of my hand.
Yeah. Chicken is still unconscious, so no movement happens from Chicken. But there is a... It's not a massive difference, but there is a change in hue and glow. So what was probably 100 feet is probably about 50 now. So okay, that is pretty huge, but like it's not turning the lights off. It's just an effort was made. Yeah, probably the best way to put it. Like,
I'm gonna reach in and just try and pet him, like just a gentle, like kind of head scritch, just like a reassuring head scritch.
there's definitely
I'm
a
gonna
sense of
squint when that happens.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of panic for you, Eldrin. The closer that Madriana gets, something is gnawing at you that this is kind of okay, but it isn't, but it is, but it isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just it's kind of like as if someone's holding like a 2-day-old baby and you're a first-time parent. It's like just be careful. I know you're careful. You and Chicken could harm you, and you could harm Chicken. Like I know you have no ill intentions. Yeah. I'm sorry. I have no control over this. I can't. Something is eating me mentally with this. Just be careful. I know you're careful. Just be careful.
I hear you, Eldrin. I hear you. I'm still gonna reach in and give the light reassuring scritches if I can.
There's no burn, but it also doesn't feel the way you think it would. It feels mostly like when you use laundry detergent, but like you put too much in and your clothes are a little bit extra soft. Like it feels like that, but like 1,000. Like there's definitely a big sensation with that.
I'm touching cloud, essentially.
Yeah, or at least what you would imagine that feels like. I mean, if anyone probably knows, it probably would be Midran. Yeah.
Very valid, yeah.
Don't worry, Chicken. Whatever's happened to you, we will help. And thank you for your efforts to try and keep us safe.
There's no acknowledgement, but you probably feel like it was heard. Like...
Now, Eldrin, we're all here. We'll all keep Chicken safe. You need to eat. I know you can't eat with us, but I'm sure Hatsu has some prepared for you. If you like, I can sit here if you're worried about him.
No. Well, yeah, no. Let's go together. And like he's like his hands, he kind of doesn't know what to do with his hands at the moment. He's kind of like grabbing his hand and like his other hand, he's like this, and he's like, yeah. He's just a little bit fidgety because again, it's almost like these emotions are not his emotions, but they're kind of just almost as like they've been put in him. And then there's the feeling of loneliness where he doesn't want to be here on his own, but he's with Chicken, so he's not alone, but he wants to be with the group as well. So he's very conflicted internally because of all this, and he can't explain it correctly to Madriana, but and it probably seems to her that he's almost like a lost pup himself, but he does eventually get out. Yes, yeah, let's all eat. Yeah, please. And I'm going to look at her, and I'm going to pick up Chicken again, and I'm going to bring Chicken over to where Slate had dug out a little bit of a shelter for Chicken. And I'm going to go to put Chicken down, and there's a moment of like, I don't want to let him go. I have him in my hands again. I don't want to let him go, but reluctantly and against what I would want, I put him down, because deep within me I know I need to. I have to put him down. I need to eat myself, and I need to be able to keep myself going, so I have to put him down.
Okay. You place him down. That's it?
Yeah. I just look at him, Adriana, and there's just that feeling, even though I'm still standing there and she's there and Chicken's there and Yosa's around and Slay's around, I still can't help feel that I'm just almost like empty. It's like
For a
just
split second,
emotionless almost.
you see Jurgen, and then he's just not there. For a split second, you're like,
Now I'm pissed. Kyle.
is this a crash out?
It's my 13th reason.
Well, you have the sensation to see Jürgen for a second. You would also see Hatsu, like with his flat hand, like hitting the ground, and then starts phonetically dragging with his hands, like digging.
What's he digging? As I say to him, Adriana, I just look at him. What's he digging?
Who knows of Hatsu?
I'm sorry. This is probably really all confusing to you. It's really confusing to me. And it's like when a fly whirls around a candle because it's drawn to the light. It's how I felt, and I didn't want to let it go. And then it felt like a fly caught in a spider web that I couldn't let go and I couldn't get out of it. And now I just feel really sad. And that's probably really confusing. And it is for me, but I'm sorry. I don't want to be like this. It's just really weird. I'm sorry.
There's no need to say sorry. With everything that's happened to all of us over the last year, everything is fucking weird. But also everything is normal. Strangely. We'll just take it day by day. But right now, you need sustenance. So, come and eat. Relax as much as you can. We'll all keep an eye.
Yeah.
Eos, is that any better for you, my dear? He's in his hole, so he's not quite as... Okay.
As Eos rubs her eyes, waiting for the light to adjust for her now that Asteroid Edition Chicken is inside his den. Oh, right. You okay, Eldrin?
As Eldrin's talking, he's not upset and he's not crying, but there's definitely like a break in his voice almost, where you can tell that he's very emotional. As just the feeling of loneliness is just overbearing almost at this point, where he just feels so empty, so left alone in a void, even though he's surrounded by people and you're talking to him right now. He just feels like he's the only person in this empty world. But he just replies and just kind of goes, yeah. Yeah. Are you hungry?
You're not okay. I'm no physicist, but I know you're not okay.
He just kind of like scratches his neck and says, I don't think that's what a physicist does. I'm okay.
Look at Hatsu doing Hatsu things. Hatsu, is Eldrin okay?
I told him to get the fox on the ground. Maybe. If he remembers his lessons.
Madrana, is Eldrin okay?
He will be. There's obviously something going on. Something broader than us to understand right now. Give it a bit of time. He'll be fine.
Yos. Just down, legs crossed, right up against shoulder, like slightly uncomfortable, of course, for both of them, right next to Eldrin. Shoulder to shoulder. And she looks at Ramiel eating centipedes and ants.
Yeah, I just sit there and I'm just, again, even though, sitting right there, still the feeling of being lonely, and then the thought of annoying Hatsu earlier, it's, even though it might not have actually annoyed him, to Eldrin, it's like, oh, I've really let him down, I've really annoyed him, and it's almost like he's at a point of like, oh, I can't do anything right, and I've done this, and I can't, like, what am I even doing here? And it's like he's just wailing on himself, he's just completely just giving himself a dog of a time at the moment, just internally, but he's not telling anybody that, and the only thing he said is just what he had said to him, Adriana. It's the most he said and thought he will let on for the moment. And that's literally, internally, he's just like, I've let him down, and he said I'm the chosen one. How can I be chosen when I can't even, go get firewood, and I can't even like be at a campfire with my friends and everything, and just sitting there just moping, really.
Guess I know who the emo of the group is.
You see Hatsu walking over to Slate with something that basically looks like a cannonball. And it's like you see skin-like stuff around that is a little bit crispy, that's on the outside of the ball. And you see him carefully getting it over to Slate. I think it's done. And he carefully takes out a plate from the backpack, from the camping tools. And he cuts it open like in an X shape. And the skin just falls off. And inside you see this meat that is cooked, not grilled, in its own juice, and it's juicy as hell, and it smells delicious.
Is that the rabbit?
There's also a little bit of rabbit, yeah. But most of it is what you got.
It smells really good.
I'm just gonna look at Slate like, do we? like, kind of like.
Slate, looking at what's been prepared and the fact that it was sealed and cooked the way it was, is understanding kind of what's happened, turns to Hatsu and says, "So you sort of steamed it. I guess that makes sense."
Hi. That's what I learned from my father. When you're out and about for long, don't want to have grilled stuff every day, I guess.
No offense, I probably should have guessed that you were gonna steam it. That would make sense. But on the other hand, now we have steamed and barbecue, so...
Exactly. That was the whole point.
Thank you, Hatsu, for sharing this with me. One of the other times, I'll show you the thing with the stones.
Hi. I appreciate to learn from you, Chosen One.
I'm going to go back to rotating the meat that's on the spit with the rapier and just cut off a few slices off the side just to check the depth to make sure that the heat has been penetrating it and that it's been rotated enough. Just make a few scores in a couple of different places to check, and then after confirming that I think it's done, likewise, I'm just going to go to Hatsu and say, "Do you have another of those plates?" And I'm going to try and start taking off pieces and cutting chunks off of what's on the spit and putting them onto a plate so that they're ready to be served.
I didn't want to waste too much, Elias, just in case you don't like it. But I can make more another time.
Appreciate the help. It was nice to have someone to cook beside.
Hi.
And then I'm going to put my dagger into one of the pieces and hand him my dagger handle first, with a choice cut, if you know what I mean, on the end of it. So it's sort of a taste for a taste going on. So his is here beside me, so I'm going to take a piece out and hand him a piece.
Unfortunately, the time where I can choose what to eat is over. I'm back on my diet.
I forgot. I'm sorry. It's easily done.
I've also to prepare food for Eldrin and me, I guess. Just give me a second. And you see him, open up 2 rations and equivalently some herbs and stuff that he would have collected. Maybe a nut here and there, if he was able to find one, for the little more protein kick to the mix. And you would see him crushing it down. And then you wouldn't actually know where he takes it from, but it looks like a mix between honey and sugary water. But from the smell of it, you could assume that he might have taken it from certain plants. That it's kind of, when plants kind of store some water in the actual flower, and it almost feels to you like it has a sense of it's between a mix between water and this nectar from the flowers. And he adds it to the whole mix, and he forms this golf ball kind of sized balls from it. And he prepares 4, and he kind of arranges them nicely on a separate plate, and is offering to walk over with you to the others to get them the food. Well, shall we?
I'm going to turn to Amadriana as this is happening and just say, when you were making the shelter around the back of the tents, you took some branches. I don't know about this fire, but I don't think it's got a lot of life left in it, and I've no more wood. I think if you could get a few more, we can keep it going, because it's been burning quite a while on what little we had. So something now quickly would help a lot. And then come back to Hatsu.
Let me see if I can find Dash. Hopefully he's found some wood by now. and I start heading off towards where Dash went.
Okay. Useful timing. Make a perception check for me. Let's see if we can't find Dash.
I got that song in my head now. Natural 20 for 26.
Oh, you find Dash. Yeah, you definitely find Dash. It's actually not that hard to find Dash. Let me check what your vision range is here. One moment.
60.
Yeah. I just mean on a map that we probably won't be using. Don't worry too much.
Oh,
Why would we be using a map? We've no reason to use a map.
There's no issue finding Dash. He looks a little alarmed. He's backing away, but you can't quite see from what yet, because from where you're coming from, he's ahead of you, and any potential threats that he may have encountered are ahead of him. But he doesn't look normal, calm. Yeah.
okay. So 2 things happen simultaneously. I duck into the bushes while still keeping eye contact enough to try to be as sneaky as possible. As I also then send I always say the wrong bloody one. Is it sending? Message. See, I always say the wrong one. I send a message to Slate. Heads up. Looks like Dash is in trouble.
How far?
Be ready.
How far can that reach?
Good question.
You're currently
120 foot.
You're currently 160 foot from Slate.
Okay. So I'm 160 foot before I see Dash. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that's actually my fault. I should have specified that. It's been a minute since I had to control tokens and do things.
In that case, I will still stealth and I'll try to make my way up as quietly as possible. Because Dash is going to need assistance quickly if he does need assistance at all. Whereas I can help before we shout and get the other group or the rest of the group up here. So yeah, I'm going to try and make my way up to Dash, but stealthing.
In the same moment, then I suppose I'll go to Dash. I have to.
Oh.
Talk to me, my friend. What is your survival at the moment?
As I see this creature kind of beginning to charge, in D&D terms, Dash would be preparing the dodge action. But he would say to this creature, "You're committed to your word, I see. I'm glad I gave you some purpose. Is it worth it to hunt me?"
He stops in his place and looks at you almost quizzically, as if your words don't make sense.
I'll start to move slightly to trying to kind of get us moving in a circle so that they would end up between me and the camp, kind of thing.
Right.
Because the logic being, if they charge, then I'll try to dodge behind them and I'll be able to leg it to the camp potentially. You do remember me, don't you?
There is a moment of like it looks towards you with not malice or ferocity, but again a quizzical look. Now, in the flashes of your mind from your memories of this is not how these encounters went before.
Mm-hmm. That Dash should kind of straighten up and return the quizzical look. And say to it, you expected something else?
It exhales and inhales slowly. Its claws don't retract, but it is like every time you speak to it, you're knocking it off balance somehow, almost unnervingly so.
I don't have my. Did I draw my daggers? I don't think I did. So
No, you had your bow last, as far as I know.
I had my bow, yeah, and so I put it away. I'll take kind of a step towards it, so my leading foot would move towards it. Just half a step to see what its reaction is.
It steps towards you, almost mirroring your movement, except without a dagger, more of a...
Yeah, well, my daggers are away at the moment as well. I'll take another step towards it. And as I'm doing that, do you intend to harm me? I mean, goodness knows I wouldn't blame you. Take another step towards it.
Stop.
Why?
I want you to make an insight check for me.
Insight coming up. That is a dirty 20.
It's definitely fear, not like... Let's break the scene down a moment. This thing snuck up on you, almost sort of borderline made a fool of you in doing so, clearly asserting dominance, and then you turned towards it and just kept talking and walking, which is, you know, very Dash, but like there's something about that's really off-putting it. Like it feels like for some reason your confidence is knocking it off balance. Not that you're not always confident, but perhaps in those moments it wasn't a sense of confidence that drove you in the previous encounters. This is a different Dash that is meeting, and it's not quite sure what to do with this information. It still looks like it wants to rip your throat out, but it doesn't really know what's happening here, because this is not how the previous encounters have gone.
Just for my memory, if I remember, the previous encounters were quite brutal, and
For both of you, yeah.
For both of us, yeah. But it was very barbaric, almost.
Give me a history check with advantage. I want to know how much of this you're remembering based on your current encounter, and how much of this can potentially lean into helping you.
Not great. 9.
The only way you ever beat this thing was with stealth, and in the times that you lost to this thing, you didn't necessarily die. It left you for dead, but you were able to pull yourself together. It took 1 to 2 hits. Like, it really wasn't hard for it to put you down. The only way you got your advantage on this was by sneaking up on it, and now it snuck up on you. There are certain things to take away from this. I would argue that one of them being it tracked you far. Like, it not super far. I mean, this is Arboris, this is where you met it, but
yeah, mission's over the road. Yeah,
like, it had a good sense that you were here and found you, and the odds are that it probably picked up on your scent a while ago and has been trying to find you during your time through Arboris when you were going to Asazaki. So it has spent days and days and days hunting you, and the fact that it's exposing itself now means it's ready for this. I don't know that you're necessarily... Majorana, you didn't make yourself aware to Dash, right? No.
My next
No,
thing was going to ask if I would see her. I doubt I would, but I would be kind of keeping an eye out because, as I mentioned, I would have spoken loudly, so I would be actively keeping an eye to see if any of the party would have heard and be approaching.
Yeah, but if we're 160 feet away at the camp, there's no way we're going to have heard that.
That's also true.
I was stealthing.
That was a hidden hope.
There was no growl, there was no loud sound. Your arrow was caught. There was no alert status here. And also, and you'd be kind of aware of that, so you'd be kind of hyper aware that I know your party is your party, and they always have your back. Katsu and Majorana would potentially know if there was something, and you're not massively far away. You're in line of sight if someone can see that far, but you're still very far, and it is nighttime.
Yeah.
Like, it's far. Yeah.
That's fine. So, okay. Again, I'll take another step towards it, and I'll ask it, are you sure it's worth it if you want to pursue this? What do you gain?
Blood.
Blood.
You
Mine or yours?
took something from me.
I'm afraid I don't remember it all too well. I wasn't quite myself. I do remember getting the drop on you a few times. Straight up fight, of course, you win. But the element of surprise, for example, the few bows that I've trained on you at this moment, I kind of do that kind of gesture as if kind of point, just line out my ass, basically. There's always an advantage to be had when it's one versus many. I ask again, is it worth it?
You owe me.
Well then, let's discuss terms.
Give what you took, or I shall take.
Don't think I can give you what I took. But maybe we can come to an agreement of something of similar value.
There is no similar value.
Well, then that leaves us at a bit of an impasse. Won't end well for you if you do want to do this.
You wish to die alone?
Oh, I'm not alone.
Roll for
You may not
initiative.
see it, but you are surrounded.
We, at this point, need a roll.
Just 1 second. What was my thing with...
Intensely cautious. You have had encounters with this in the past. You know how dangerous this is. This is... Just be careful. If you want
I
to
can have
fight
my
it,
proficiency.
you can, but you can. Yeah, you roll for initiative in the top corner. It should let you on your sheet, and it'll add prof automatically depending on your
Should go.
stuff.
For this point, DM, how far have I made it up to them?
You are currently, I can tell you exactly, you are currently 55 feet from Dash, and you don't know how far from that thing. And you don't actually know who Dash is talking to either at this point.
Yeah, but I said I was going to, once I got to that point, because I couldn't call back to the guys, I was going to stealth and sneak up to it, like towards where they were.
For the sake of timey-wimey
Okay.
stuff, this with Dash was happening while you were getting to that point. You now see him,
Gotcha.
and this is where we are. The kickoff of initiative is now we're all caught up together.
Gotcha. Awesome. Thank
Instead
you.
of just doing it in 6-second increments, this seemed like an easier way of just.
Yeah. No,
consolidating.
absolutely. It's just so I know where I am towards them.
Okay, so just to call it, I said I was readying the dodge action.
Okay.
Um,
No problem. I think you're on the initiative twice, so I'm just going to sort that out. Bear with me for 1 second. It's been a beat since we've.
double dash.
Oh,
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
for fuck's sake. Okay. First of all, Madriana, at this point, you would certainly notice that there is no noise from the trees. No creatures making noise, no anything. Like, you're very perceptive. You pick up on things that sound like an alarm, and this, although I would say to Hatsu more so, at this point you might be noticing this too. This is ringing alarm bells because, like I said before, it's not usually quiet here, and you've just spent a day traveling in it. You know it's not quiet here. The fact that it's quiet is something. That would definitely be a moment of Hatsu's touching his food, and then he looks up and it starts to click for Hatsu at least. Madriana, you know, because you're trying to be sneaky, that you blend in with the sounds around you. If you hear thunder rolling, that's the time to be the loudest. You move with that roll. Because of that, you're trying to coordinate yourself with any noise around you, and there really isn't that much, which kind of makes you consciously aware that it's a lot quieter than it was maybe 20 minutes ago. So there is something here that's triggering alarm bells in both of you.
Can I say as well that I just sent Albie back to the party as
Sure.
get help?
Sure. What'll happen?
Dash, do you want to
we're
do
not
get
doing
help?
get help.
Yeah.
What'll happen is I will give you initiative in a moment, Madriana, but not just yet. You are prepped for it, but what'll happen is on your turn you'll send Albie away. I'll get you to roll for initiative, but I'm going to let Dash and this creature go first because they were interacting first. So a few things. First of all, we do have a scene with combat, so I will load that up for the players now. As it stands, we are currently updating Foundry to the latest version, which is perfect timing because now everything is broken. So we're going to do our best to make sure that this works, but if there is any problems or anything, we apologize. For this, I will do my best to not make this annoying, but the cameras will be off except for Dash and myself right now, and I will bring in whoever's turn it is for the cameras so we make sure we're not blocking it up. And I'll be working on a new combat scene for next week anyway. I just didn't have time to program it this week. I apologize. So we will do our best. Patience, because we're upgrading everything. We're trying to make it all better, but be patient. Okay, so Dash, you are, as it stands, you are facing off against this creature. I would like to know, you're taking dodge action, right?
I'm readying it, so if I was reading that before, so if it charges at me, I'll dodge. If I'm first up in initiative, I have a different idea.
Okay. With that in mind, and with the dodge action, is that what you're doing for your turn? Because you are actually ahead of an initiative.
Okay, grand. So I called out a couple of times that I mentioned he's surrounded. I mentioned that there's arrows trained on him. I'm trying to distract him into kind of looking around him, basically. So was that successful?
Make a persuasion check for me and just tell me the roll if you don't mind. I'm not sure if chat works here. We'll find out.
I'd argue it'd be deception because I'm lying my arse off.
Okay, deception. You do have allies, so that's why I was going persuasion, but you're okay.
It's 24.
24. He's not looking around, but there is a momentary look of concern, then calm realization. You get the impression that he has been tracking you for longer than this and is very aware that you're isolated and where your friends are before he confronted you. He picked this moment and has been waiting a long time for
He's
it.
been waiting for me to emerge alone, basically.
Right.
Okay. And his eyes didn't dart away or anything. He's kept trained on me.
In this moment, yeah.
Okay. In that case, then yes, I'll ready the. I will take out my daggers.
Okay. Major Anna, you would see this as well. You would see that Dash at the moment is drawing his daggers and is clearly there's something wrong at this point. Like it's not just a feeling anymore. There's, something is there, right?
Cool. And I'm lowering my center of gravity, have them drawn, and my eyes are locked with this creature. And yeah, I'm holding the dodge action.
Okay. Perfect. So dodge action. If you take dodge action, any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker, and you make a dexterity saving throws with advantage. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's immediately going to go towards you. He's a Madriana at this point. You would be able to see what is pushing at Dash, and it would be quite concerning because Dash is quite muscular. Like, you do have quite a physique that's not just athletic, but it's kind of build. You've got a build to it, especially lately.
6'4" strong boy.
Yeah, but especially lately. But this thing is marginally but is taller than him and has more muscle to it. For a Madriana, it's not something that's unusual to you to see monsters, but this is something different. You've never seen anything like this, or this. You've definitely met ferocity. I won't say you've never met anyone as ferocious as this, because you certainly have, but with this kind of skill set to back it up is very unnerving to you. Like, I don't know if it'll knock you off balance, but it's definitely like, oh shit, like you weren't expecting that. You thought it was maybe bandits or something more benign than like something easier to deal with than what this is.
Benign, 9.5, yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Scrubs reference. Fantastic.
You have your inspiration already. I can't give you another one, but I would have. Yeah, so what I'll do is, yeah, okay. Major, you're aware of that. After this creature's turn, you can roll them. Dash, this thing is going to make an attack on you. Hope to Christ with disadvantage, but if it doesn't, I'll roll it twice. It was not with disadvantage. You're lucky that wasn't with disadvantage. A 24 to hit.
24 will hit, and I'll take Uncanny Dodge.
Uncanny Dodge. Okay, roll into the chat for me there. Don't know if this is going to work on this particular session. Yeah.
Is rolled.
Starting at 5th level when you attack, attacker AC hits you with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to half the attacker's damage against you. Probably a good shout.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I rolled attack again. My apologies.
Twice. Multi-attack. No. What? That was a lot of dice. What the fuck?
It is a substantial amount of dice.
What the fuck?
You take 19 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. You take 19 points of damage, which is split across. It feels like the original slash hits you, and you're like it really wins you because it hits you across the chest. Your tie is cut in half. It falls to the ground. Like the shirt is ripped open.
My tie. Oh, it's on. I'm raging.
Yeah. different class. You're bleeding, but what happens is as you look down, the blood starts to curdle and turn black and turn to almost this ooze as it leaks from you. That wins you a little bit, and yeah, that also ends its turn. And Major Anna, you are free to take your initiative roll, please. At this point,
Yes.
nice, that's a good roll. At this point, you'll be up next to Major Anna. That was, for I need to remember to do this. For chat, that was 23.
Yeah, I just want to check because the Skulker feat or no? Alert. I think that I can swap initiative with a willing ally. It has to be
think
after
that might
I
be
roll,
on
but
the
it's
roll,
just
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but because Madriana just rolled in, because it would probably suit me to take the next action if it can be done that way.
Roll Skulker for me, remind me.
It's alert.
Oh, alert, sorry.
Yeah, so it's initiative. After rolling initiative, you can swap with the winning ally's initiative in the same combat.
Same combat. I'll go with that. I'll say you two can swap.
Yeah, if you be game for it, Madriana, it's entirely up to you.
It's not so much that Ryan wouldn't be, but it's not something I think a Madriana would be aware of, if that makes sense. Like it's not like, because we're not kind of tactic tested. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah.
I don't want to cock block you here, but I don't think it would be.
I'd be more inclined to allow it if you knew a Madriana was there, but at the moment we've established that you don't, and also it verges on not working. But I would have gone with Rule of Cool. Sorry about that. I would have gone with Rule of Cool.
That's fine anyway.
I just told a Madriana to stop. I was trying to say Amira stop, and I yelled at Madriana.
Yeah.
Oh, that threw me off. Sorry. So I'll keep that in your back pocket. I will in the future probably bring that in, but for now, that's a thing. By the end of this round, Albie will be arriving at the group. Who did you send Albie to?
Probably Hatsu.
Okay.
To be honest.
No problem. I will, at this point, Hatsu's sitting up and definitely looking around. You're concerned because there's something off for you, Hatsu, okay? So you feel like there's something different, and you hear one lone bird starting to fly towards you because it's getting into that range. By the end of this round, you will be aware of what's happening, okay?
So he was sent with the instructions to essentially go in front of Hatsu's face, squawk deathly, and then fly straight back towards us.
Okay.
So that Hatsu knows, shit, follow, or that direction at least, not follow, because Hatsu would probably pass him out.
Absolutely, yeah. No, for sure. That's not a problem. Okay. In that case, Madriana, you are up first, I think. Sorry, I should go back and remind myself. I think Madriana, you're up first, yeah.
So I am currently stealthing. Did you want me to roll for the stealth before that?
It depends. Are you trying to? Well, yeah, stealth is really important to you, right? So I'll give you the stealth. Yeah.
Okay. So let me roll that. So that's a 19 for a total of 29.
Yeah. No problem. You are definitely stealth.
Okay, so using my dash action, sneak up through the bushes, get right up next to this beautiful creature that I don't really want to hurt, but I suppose I better help dash. And we're going to go for an old dig in the side, essentially. So I get this at advantage. So that's a 17 to hit.
Did you just target dash? No, I targeted dash, sorry. It is 17 hits.
Okay. So I do the damage of roll
17
of that.
just hits.
Okay, so it's 8 points with the blade, but then I also get my sneak attack, which is an extra. Ooh, that's not bad. 14 points. So I hit him for 22 points of damage with one blade in the side of his ribs.
No worries. Perfect. You pierce him at the side, and he looks towards you. Right.
Hello there, kitty.
Dash, you are very relieved, I'm sure, to see Madriana. Tell me about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just realised I've inadvertently made it look like Dash wasn't lying.
Yeah, that actually, yeah, that might come into it. I'll think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I guess we're doing this. I'll go hit him.
Oh, and Major Anna, at this point, you would definitely see Dash's injuries. Like, he is looking worse for wear, probably one hit away, and he's like bleeding black, not red. And his tie has been shredded for whatever worth it is. Black blood.
Oh, I knew he was fucked up.
So with my daggers, I'll take an attack.
These fucking warlocks.
With a 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Which I assume is going to miss, and then I'll take the offhand.
That's right.
Sorry, ignore that. Sorry, that should have. I thought it was going to prompt me for. Here we go. Offhand is a 10 to hit.
You're not having a day of it, buddy.
Not having it. No, the dice don't like me today. But thankfully, at least I have my mobile feet, so I can move away without provoking an opportunity attack. So I'm going to. I'm going to take a step. I'm just going to move 10 feet back and kind of create a situation where he has to, I assume, pursue me. Actually, I'll go 20 feet so that it's half my movement, so I can still get back to him if he does target him, Adriana.
Sure. Okay, throw her under the bus. Got it.
No, it's just kind of back up, so he has to make a choice and kind of looking for force him into a decision. And yeah, that's my turn.
He makes a decision. He runs.
I'm sure he does.
Straight for you. Major Anna, you have an opportunity of attack if you want it.
Oh, yeah. As a once awesome character said, oh, yeah.
Let's go, Rocket.
Man.
Oh, that's a nat one, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it runs towards it, and you just weren't expecting it to move with such speed. It moves like Hatsu does, and it's quiet too. Like both of you, it moves like you barely hear it moving. It is a fucking hunter. Like, it knows what it's doing. It leaps.
There's a slight bit of impression, like, on the Major Anna from that. She's kind of like, damn.
Let's see if you're still impressed in a moment. It leaps towards Dash and swipes with its claw. Making attack roll with a 23 to hit.
That's a hit. I'll take Uncanny Dodge again.
Uncanny Dodge. Oh, right. Actually, did Uncanny Dodge apply to you last time?
It should have halved the damage. So whatever damage he did, it would have been halved.
Only on one attack, though.
I owe you HP. He only did one attack.
Was it 19 damage he did?
It was 19 that he took off, yeah.
So I'll give you 10 back. Before I hit you.
Or take it back again.
It's not a critical.
Hold this.
hit, so
Don't put it in your pocket. Just hold that.
Yeah.
he does 30 points of damage, but I will give you 15 back with your Uncanny Dodge.
Yes, thank you.
You are looking really bad. As he claws you in the back as you're running further away, you don't even hear him coming. He just hits you square in the back. Again, the blood is red at first, Major Anna, you would see that. Actually, this is night vision, so maybe you can just see all things as gray. Am I right?
Yeah, this is like Hitchcock Hershey sauce.
It starts a lighter color and then goes to a darker hue as it starts to come out further. You can see that the wound also is kind of not festering, but there's definitely something fucked up with it. Like, you don't know if it's from Dash or the creature doing it, but there's something janky about what's happening. I'm gonna bring Hatsu in here. Hello, my friend. Hatsu, at this point, Albie is there. So first of all, I want you to give me an initiative roll. So to do that, I need to actually find Hatsu. Wait 1 second.
I'm right next to the campfire, closest to the campfire.
I forgot to give you your toggle state there. There you go. Sorry. So when you're ready, roll for initiative.
Sorry
I have-
again. I've just find it on the new sheet because
It's okay,
we
yeah, it's
used
everything.
it once.
Yeah, we haven't used it much in this campaign. Now there's actually combat, and it's the week after I did a massive update to Foundry. I probably should have waited. Now in retrospect, I probably should have waited, but
I
Where
wrote the
can I
initiative
find
from
the-
the
oh, there,
token at the
sorry.
top.
that works.
Yeah, I
too.
got it.
Perfect. Hatsu got a 24.
Net 20
Crazy.
for 24.
Hell yeah, that's funny. Can one of
Yes.
you guys put that in Discord for me, please? Hell yeah, for a natty for 24. Perfect. Hatsu, you are fucking aware something is wrong. Amadriana's been gone too long. Dash has been gone way too long. There's no sound from these woods. Every alarm bell you have in the back of your mind is ringing, and as soon as it does, Albie flies in your face, starts fluttering for a second, and beelines up the road again.
While his spidey sense are tingling, he would give Slate a look before he dashes off, and he would just
What are you doing with the food?
not shout. He would throw it away.
Okay. Slate, you're about to
he-
take a piece of food, and he's just...
No, he would just drop it, not throw
Oh,
it away.
okay,
He would
okay.
just drop it. Look at him while he's dropping it, and he goes into the fucking super dash animation, and he would give him a glance and just would say, "Second row, I count on you." And he would dash off where I would assume he would follow Albie.
Yeah.
That makes sense, because he doesn't have a clue where exactly it is, right?
So Albie
Yeah.
would be about here at the moment. For those in the podcast,
All right.
it would be to his east.
Okay, so that is... Just bear with me for a second. That is... Okay, so he would use... no, he wouldn't. He just does it. He uses his full movement. And while arriving at that point... he would use his bonus action.
Oh shit.
And
Oh, yeah.
go a little further.
So you watch as Hatsu runs to the side of the road, and in a momentary, like almost movement of smoke, he almost dissolves and reappears like a magician, the dark magician. He appears further down the stretch, using Shadow Step. Hell yes. Also, that animation was fun. For those of you who are not yet in combat, end of this initiative order is 6 seconds gone. That's enough time for you to gather your bearings, and at that point, you can decide what you want to do. So have a think about what you feel like doing. For those of you in the initiative order, Hatsu, that was you. You're done now, yeah?
I'm done, yep.
Perfect. In that case, I will go to Madriana.
Well, I guess we're going to go and have to do some more shanking. I said shanking for anyone else that is...
Podcast listeners, turn on your ears.
Stupid rogues only get one attack.
Shank, shank, shank. Shank,
Unless
shank,
you use
shank,
daggers.
What'd you say? Kim?
Unless you use daggers.
What'd you get offhand?
You can use offhand with
Offhand.
two weapons in your hands, yeah?
Okay, see, this
Two
is
light
why
weapons.
I never really use rogues. So, first attack is going to be... Oh, that was almost a nat 20. It's a 15, but you know what? It feels like a good time to use my inspo, so I'm going to roll that again.
You got it, buddy. Just mark the inspo off your sheet then, okay?
I have indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Roll that again. Come on, be good to me. Nope, screw you then. Offhand.
What did you get for the second roll?
Two. 9 total, but... And yeah, no, I'm missing all of it, apparently.
Okay. As
He's just too wily, and I can't see where his body is because of the fur.
He's moving fast, and he's dark too, so you are able to see him with your dark vision, but because he's so quick, he moves like Hatsu. He's just so, like, quick. It's a fluidity that you're familiar with from yourself, from Hatsu, but it's not... It's just like another level of challenge than what you've been dealing with in the Isles, so...
Again, slightly impressed.
Dash, sorry. Did you, what did you want to do there?
Wait, what? Okay, so he's right up at me. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the chrono gear.
Oh, all right.
And I will forego rolling the d20 and take the 10.
Make sure you roll it and check.
Yeah.
So for those who aren't
Okay,
aware,
so-
it's a copper amulet, or usually, or whatever, but in this case a wristwatch with locking gears powered by astral essence, and it emits a faint ticking sound. Once per day you can choose to get a 10 on an attack roll instead of rolling your d20, so you can add your modifiers to a flat 10.
Yeah. So my
Do your
modifier
modifiers hit?
on the dagger is a +7.
Yeah, okay, you just hit. There was a moment of like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Okay, roll the attack
So
roll the damage, and if it doesn't apply, I'll apply too.
Yeah, I don't think I need to roll the attack. I'll just roll the damage because it will hit with +7, won't it?
It will, but you need,
makes
if it
it
lets you roll
17.
damage, yeah, go for it. If it lets you, normally it doesn't, so if it does, fantastic.
I must roll the attack. Yeah,
Oh,
actually.
yeah, okay.
Watch this be a nat 20 and I
Make
miss
sure
out
you're
on a crit
targeting
for
him.
this
You
shit.
just targeted yourself and stabbed yourself.
Oh shit. Did I do that?
I'm going to go ahead and just not allow that to happen.
Okay, so does that roll?
I don't know.
What just happened?
Just roll the attack and the damage again. I may have deleted it. Sorry, I was trying to clean
I
up.
saw 2 come up there.
Yeah, it's 2 on the dice. I don't know what that. So I do it again then?
Just do it
or-
again. You're okay. Just roll the damage again for me. Yeah.
Okay, hang on, I'll have to start with the attack again.
Don't worry about the attack though. Yeah, you're fine. It definitely hits. It's okay.
Yes, that is 7 damage, and then I'll roll for the offhand.
The chrono, I think, is only for the first one, so make sure you are
It
marking.
is, yeah. So this is an actual roll for this one, which is a nat 1, which that's definitely going to miss. But then I'll take my cunning action and I will hide.
You can only hide if you're in an obscured area, which I think you're.
Yeah. So
not.
plan is I'm
Okay.
going to be mobile, so I'll move past him.
Okay.
Into the kind of scrub there. So kind of roll under him after stabbing him, roll into the scrub and take the hide action there.
Hide action. Okay. Okay.
Which I get advantage of because of my skulker feat as well, just by the way.
Do. 1 second. Oh, that didn't work at all.
Just to
go ahead.
confirm,
Yeah.
the dagger is a finesse weapon, so does he not get his sneak attack?
Only if it procs
So they have
with
to
an
have
ally
advantage.
nearby, which it does.
Within 5 feet, yeah.
You are next to. Yeah, so
Oh,
Dash, you
shit,
should have
yeah.
known that. Yeah. I should have also been
Should've.
aware of that, but I'm never going to tell you guys. But it's okay. You're fine. Yes, he should have had sneak attack because you have an ally into presence. But I would advise that Dash, you remember that in the future and don't rely on your allies to assist.
Yeah, completely.
Sorry if
know
I
that.
shouldn't have said that. I was
You're
just
okay. With hide action, you try to conceal yourself. You do so, you must succeed in a DC 15 Dex stealth check. So we will do that in a moment. You do have your advantage because of Skulker, as you said. But I will get you to add your sneak attack damage to the roll, please.
Eight.
8 additional points. Very important. So good stuff. Thank you, Ryan, for reminding me. Okay. Make your stealth roll. You have advantage on this. 24.
It's a 24.
It's a real shame he can see 25. Oh. I'm just kidding. Good.
Good damn it.
He it's his turn. He's going to look over, and not knowing where Dash is, he's going to look towards Amadriana and just swing. He's not even going to hesitate. He senses the threat. He knows that she's a threat. She did a lot more damage than you did. So he's just going to go ahead and try and hit. But he's notably keeping an eye out for you. Just keep that in mind. 18 to hit, Amadriana.
as he goes to swipe at me, this spectral shell goes around me that looks like my feathers, as if I've wrapped my wings around me as I cast shield.
Very well.
There you go.
Perfect. I think it crashed my entire instance, but thank you.
Sorry.
I actually think it literally crashed my entire instance. Oh, there we go. Okay, no, it worked. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. These are things I need to know. I need to fix this. This is good.
So an 18 does not hit.
18 does not hit. Okay. I'm just thinking. Don't worry. I'm good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Eldrin, Slate, and Eos. I would like you to make initiative rolls for me, please. Did I forget somebody? No.
To be fair, does he have a second attack?
He does not.
Okay, cool.
With that, I will go to Mr. Hatsu.
Alright. Now that he can see Amadriana and the mythical creature next to her, and also recognizing a shimmering glow around Amadriana, which he has never seen before, he urges and uses his movement. Oh, wrong thing. Movement, and then there is, and as a bonus action, fuck it. As a bonus action, he actually uses Shadow Step. She teleports right next to the creature. And he's gonna attack the creature. With Kazejoba. Actually, why teleporting next to him? Would that consider any kind of advantage? Because you wouldn't see it coming?
It says
Let's
it
raise
is
it
Shadow
down.
Step.
He is basically teleporting next to him with the sword, like almost dragged out, and immediately hits.
You on Shadow Step, as Richard rightly pointed out, you do actually instantly have advantage.
Right. So, as he comes out of the Shadow Step, you see him having the sword over his head with both hands, nailing it down on his head. So, actually attack with two hands. And advantage. Oh, that was very needed. That fucking advantage.
24, yeah.
24. And I'm new to this, so I'm asking, if I use Stunning Strike, does it replace the damage in favor of the potential stun? Or is it just an additional feature because it doesn't state it?
It's an addition. So Stunning Strike, it does state it. If you land a hit, you can then choose to make it roll against your DC with I think it's Wisdom saving throw. It should tell you in Stunning Strike, but it's something you do after you land a hit. So you've landed the hit, roll your damage, and then we'll call Stunning Strike. Okay.
All right. Damage. Normal. That is 13 damage.
Okay.
And then I would activate Stunning Strike.
It should automatically make it roll if you just target it and hit it.
It says can't spend resource. Wait, I rolled it without resource and marked it off myself.
Cool, thank you.
That's what we agreed on, I think.
Yeah, I'll need to fix that anyway.
So that is 5. It lets me do another attack, but I say I use it on the second attack, okay?
Sure, but yeah, that's okay.
It wants me to roll another attack. And that one doesn't have advantage anymore because you already got hit.
Just roll the attack anyway, but we'll count it as a hit regardless. We'll do that with your first one because you did call it on your first one, so it's absolutely fine. Just in case you missed your second one, I don't want you to lose out. So
That's a 15.
Sorry, it is the target must make Constitution saving throw on a failed save. So against your DC, so you need to tell me what your DC is, and I need to roll a Constitution saving
My
throw.
DC is a safe DC. Where do I see that for these kind of abilities?
You see it. Sorry.
Because it's not magic. I don't have like a magic SC or something.
It should be against. It should be there. 1 second.
If I remember when I had a similar character, it was if you went to the section for spells, it shows a DC, even though it's not a spell. There's a DC in there.
Oh, so I have to look it up
the
under
same.
features.
If it's the same, I hope.
Where is your stunning strike?
I don't see in the features list. I don't see any AC or something.
It's 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom. So give me 1 second.
So that is 8. My proficiency is
3 at the moment, I think, right?
3.
3, yeah.
So it's 11, and then what was the other one?
Your wisdom.
14 is the save.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it fails, so it is stunned. We'll see if I can get stun on it for you. A lot of this has changed. Okay. It is currently stunned. So you hit it with the sword, and it just like looks dazed. It wasn't expecting you to be there. You give it this like blow, and it just isn't expecting it. Hold on.
That was that part of the first attack? It was, right?
That was part of the first attack, so you still have another attack, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one has advantage. Yeah.
Kazujoba. Attack. Advantage. For 23.
Hits.
And damage. And 9 points of damage.
Nice.
That was me.
That was you. Majorana, you're up.
Oh, let's go.
You watch as Hatsu appears through a puff of smoke and just stabs this thing in the back, starts swinging Kazujoba like through this thing. It lets out these guttural roars and screams of just pain, and then suddenly just becomes kind of like almost anesthetized by sword. Yeah, dazed and confused.
Majorana, first and foremost, to just give a little wink to Hatsu, like, took you long enough. And I will do my attack. Luckily, it was at advantage. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Or for 7+, I need to roll my schnickel. My sneak attack. Which is, that's good again, 13. And then offhand dagger at advantage again would be a 16, so the second one does not hit.
Right. With your offhand, remember you don't add your modifiers to the attack as well. That's just something you should be aware of, unless you have a specific feat that allows you to do that. I think it's a dual wielder feat.
Okay. I don't know if that applied to him because I didn't realize when I put shield on, it auto selects me, so it taken off my targeting on him.
Sorry, I did. I healed you there. Sorry about that. I hadn't noticed.
No, that's my fault. I didn't realize the shield thing took the targeting off of me.
You're okay.
I should be full HP as well there.
I just healed you exactly what you were.
I should have been full because I've taken no damage.
It healed you 13. It took 13 from you, so I'm not sure why you lost
That's
7
damage.
damage.
7 as well.
7. Sorry. I see it.
Sorry I don't know why it changed that.
That's
obviously
okay.
because of the spell.
Sorry, I just hadn't seen the 7 there. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Should be full now.
Yeah. And obviously off of him then. Cool.
Yeah, I took that off him already. Okay. That was Madriana. Eldrin, you're up.
Okay, so I see everything going on, and I'm wanting to get up and go, and there's a moment of, fuck, I don't want to leave chicken, and I just look over at where Hatsu's gone. I'm just like fuck, and I just run, and I'm going to run the 30 feet, and then use my dash action and run another 30 feet, and that's all I can do for the moment.
Because it might come up, Weslyn just isn't present at the moment. He has wandered into the woods around the same time as Dash, but it's a little bit not unusual that Weslyn would do that anyway. So it was less of a concern that like Dash goes it was more of a concern that Dash goes missing in the woods because he's Dash, whereas Weslyn would be more, like that.
More attuned to the woods.
Fair, yeah. Eos, you're up.
More competent is what you're looking for.
Yeah, we'll use that word.
You've seen what's happening. Quickly looks at her staff, flicks her finger against the crystalline crescent moon to see if a spell she had put in the staff long ago is still there.
Wouldn't be, because I think you and I had a discussion about it that was something for like down the line, so I apologize. I had forgotten that was like a later thing, but yeah.
Sad face from Eos, and she uses her quickly running action.
Her quickly running action, got it. Absolutely.
30 and then another 30, so that's going to be total to 60. That's
hell yeah. I like that the rulers are themed to you guys. It's cool. Quickly running action. It's your turn. Dash, it's your turn.
That took me a moment. Yeah. Grand. So I guess rinse and repeat. I'll move up to him. Stop measuring. Damn it. I'll move up to him. He's targeted, and I'll take a swing at him again with the dagger. Attack.
As you take the swing, he looks towards you.
Okay, I'm sure that's
16
fine.
16 does not hit.
16 does not hit. And I'll do it again with the offhand.
To be clear, 16 just misses.
That's a nat 20.
Doesn't hit, sorry. All right, who's next? Yeah, nat 20 hits. You get your crit on this. You get your crit on sneak as well, okay?
Cool. So, critical hit is there. So that is an 8. Sneak attack. Damage. There's no option to actually add crit on the sneak attack, so
twice, I guess.
Twice, I guess, yeah. It's 12. $14.
Nice. 34 points of damage in one fucking swing. It's not bad.
Yeah, and then I'll take my cunning action. I already have the mobile feat, so I don't have to disengage. So I'll take my cunning action and I'll move kind of past him again into the brush and hide again.
Madriana, Hatsu, you would catch that his eyes are following Dash this time. Roll for stealth.
Very quickly, just because I know you're managing loads of shit, Roper. Mm-hmm. Is he still stunned? Because if so, Dash should have rolled that first one at advantage.
He would have had that. Yeah. So he would have actually had advantage on that as well, yeah. He is stunned. Okay, yeah, I think it automatically does it, though, for you guys, or it should, because you...
No, it just did 1d20 as far as I can see.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
I'll just roll it again there. That's 25 with the... 25 with the that so I'll roll normal. So that's another 6 points of damage. I was just thinking, do I get sneak attack with the offhand?
You only get sneak attack once per hand.
Yeah,
grand. So I'll leave that as is. So
no 6
points of
damage. Don't get modifier damage unless you have a feat that does it. Did you take a feat that does it? Your offhand deals the damage of the weapon, but not your modifier damage, unless you have a feat that allows that to happen.
I selected offhand in Foundry, and
Gotcha. I think you rolled a
so
2, so I'm going to give it back the...
rolled a 2, so it was...
Okay, it's 4.
What was it?
It was 6 total, so it's, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. That was actually, so we have Slate up there, sorry.
So I am going to move in the direction of everybody else, and then move again. And upon reaching my maximum movement, I still have my chef's knives in my hand because that's what I was doing at the time. I'm going to reach for my rapier and then realize it's still on the spit, look back and just go shit, and just start running.
Nice. I think it's just a con saving throw, right? From him.
No, he is stunned until my next turn.
Oh, your next turn? No worries. That is that is now.
All right.
The end of your turn or the beginning of it?
His stun ends with the beginning of my turn.
Gotcha.
Until the start of your next turn, so my turn, yeah. Okay, we do first attack. I'm gonna attempt to stun again. And I do it with the first attack. So my turn is now, so he isn't stunned anymore, so I don't get auto advantage, so I roll normal. That is a 22. For 10 points of damage.
You targeted yourself, so I will apply it to that creature, but please remember to target the creatures.
Oh, sorry. I mean, from far we look quite similar, to be honest.
You're not quite so cute and fluffy.
That's true.
And fluffy!
So he has to make a Constitution save against 14 AC, we figured out.
If you want to, but his AC is not 14.
No. The save DC for the stunning strike.
Oh, sorry, you're trying to stun him. Oh, sorry, you're trying to stun him again. Sorry, I'm trying to do stuff in the background here. Apologies. Constitution saving throw, sorry. He's stunned.
And the second attack.
Yeah, you have advantage on the second attack.
For 23. And 12. And as a bonus action, he is gonna do an unarmed strike. Is the unarmed strike also with advantage? You only get advantage on one thing, right?
He's stunned. All attacks have advantage.
Oh, okay. That is a net 20 for 27.
Oh, yeah.
And gonna critical hit him for 10 damage. And that was Hatsu's turn.
Okay. That is Hatsu's turn, so I will move to Madriana.
Rinse, repeat, fuck it up. I'm definitely targeting him. Dagger. Oh, is he stunned? Sorry.
Stunned, you have advantage, yeah.
Okay. Should have asked before I rolled, but I'd already pressed it. So 21 to hit. More damage for that. Jesus, that's 5. With my Stunning. What? I know. Features. There we go, that one. I always get the picture mixed up. So that's 9. So that's a total of 14 points. Then with my offhand, it's 12 or 19 total for a damage of 7.
Nice.
I put it as offhand, but you said the plus doesn't count, right? So it should only be 3.
Oh, it shouldn't be 3. Sorry. Yeah. So, thank you. Sorry.
No, I'm just checking because the offhand thing's not working.
Trying to
properly.
fix some of this in the background as well.
No,
Apologies.
it's okay. It's okay. No.
Although, just reading the description of it, proficiency with dagger allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack you make with it.
Might need to check
so it
if
should be 7 then.
24 rules have changed how offhand
Yeah.
works. For the moment, I'm going to roll with the offhand that I know, but I will amend
Yeah.
that later if it's something that we need to.
No problem.
Perfect.
That's me finished up. I'm kind of here ready for like fighting.
Eldrin?
Yeah, it's just going to be a runny run. I'm just going to dash 60 feet. I don't see anything. I just see brisk dust of where Hatsu had ran. There's just a trail of footsteps that I'm following from Hatsu, and that is it.
No worries. Eos?
I'm grateful to target myself.
No worries.
That's my turn.
It's your turn. Gotcha. Thank you. Dash.
Well, ain't broke, don't fix it. Same thing again. I gotta jump out, target Fluffy Boy, and try to attack him. He is still he's stunned again. Yeah. So that's with advantage. 13 to hit. God damn it! I hit the backside of a barn, I swear. And then I'll do the offhand. $15 again. Yeesh.
No worries.
Well, missed, but I'll just go back to where I was before, and I'll hide again.
Slate.
Just continuing running alongside Eos, so
Hatsu. Oh, actually, sorry. Start of combat. Hatsu will pick up from here next week because it is 10:30, and that is our cutoff for the moment. So we will pick up at this moment next week
Okay,
in our
done.
combat. I will leave it saved here for you. But that time did indeed fly.
Really did.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us this week. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll pick up from here next week, and I will try and fix some of the more technical jargon in the background in the meantime, because I think that combat scene could be a lot more enjoyable if it actually worked. It's just
It is enjoyable. I'm loving this.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
It's fine for
For a
us.
while.
Yeah, it has, yeah. We'll pick up from here next week at the beginning of this specific round, which is round 6. Everyone getting closer to combat. Some of you already in it.
Canonically, those 3, I assume, are Naruto running.
Would hope so. If you're not, then I'm just, off the campaign.
Yeah, what's the point?
That's it exactly. We'll pick up, like I said, here from next week. I'm just gonna find someone to raid here real quick. And you said host never goes away.
It goes away.
Long ago.
Damn you, Twitch, for changing your wording.
Right.
How dare you? Shout out the Kickstarter again, Ken.
You shouted out, bitch.
Yes, Kickstarter thing that Ken mentioned earlier that I totally haven't forgotten about.
Aces. That was nailed it.
Layer case on Kickstarter.
There we go.
Spend your money kindly. Support people that we appreciate.
Yep.
If you don't, we might find. Well, Keen will find your address.
Keen will accidentally release his own address to the internet. That's
No,
what's going to happen.
don't you dare. Stop talking right there. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No.
My IP address is.
Literally what you did with Old Man Weslyn for me, but anyway, thanks.
We're gonna
Yeah, well, that was
raid
for you, not for me.
Ragnar rolls. They're on episode 3 of Screws of Fate. D&D 2024 short story. There you go. They seem to be having a good time. Let's give them some love and appreciation. They look like they're having a good time. They might also be in combat. They have a map thing going. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we will find out.
Fight.
But for now, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, do the stuff. The
Multipass Orc Raid.
Multipass Orc Raid, and just for a formal thing, what was it? Sorry.
What boy?
What boy?
What boy?
What boy?
Actually, Kino, do you want to
Arthur
shout out
Morgan
the socials there as well?
Oh yes, follow us on the TikToks and the YouTubes and the
You've been doing-
Instagrams because we're on them all.
And you've been doing a cool thing with the socials real quick. You've been doing like a D&D story on TikTok, right?
Yes, on TikTok we have a kind of a TikTok campaign we're going. We're learning on D&D, so we have Alex and Jura are two of our followers on TikTok who are
Oh, yeah, they joined the
actively
Discord.
engaged with our
With the
campaign,
Discord.
and they have joined the Discord. So we're actually playing out a D&D campaign in my homebrew world of Miros live on TikTok. So
yeah.
feel free to come along and join in if you like.
That's Flying Orc on Fly Orc.
At
Like
Flying
the Fly
Orc. Yes.
I don't remember. It's
Fly
on
Orc.
our stuff.
Yeah.
And big shout out again to Layer Safe.
Hit the Doris link. It's there. Yeah.
Yeah, a big shout out to Layer Safe. I will leave it in the comments here, and I'll leave it in the comments there for YouTube. And we love you. And we're gonna raid now. Send them our love, send them our emotes, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.